What is up, Super Fam and Bro Vengers alike? Yo, I am Sensei Finito. I am here with my guy, Mike Beezy, and today we are going to be talking all about Superman, yo, the movie that is just released. I'm pumped to talk about it. Make sure you guys drop all your thoughts, all your theories, all your questions in the comment section down below pertaining to Superman. We're going to try to keep the first 15 minutes a little spoiler free. So we're just going to kind of talk about the movie, talk about what we thought about it, some of the characters. But after the first 15 minutes, we're gonna go full spoilers ahead, yo. We're going full spoilers ahead. So if you haven't seen the movie, this first 15 minutes is for you, because we are gonna be, we're just gonna be we're gonna be talking about a little bit of the, mainly sticking to like the themes of the movie, maybe how we felt about the plot, the characters, how they interacted together and things like that. But more importantly, we're just going to kind of keep that spoiler free for anybody who hasn't seen the movie yet, because we know this is opening weekend and it's off to a great start with this opening weekend as well. If we do have to mention that for sure. Like this opening weekend has been crazy for it already. So I'm excited to see how it continues for next weekend and so on and so forth with the word of mouth and all that good stuff. So we're going to get into it, chat. Make sure you guys drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. You make sure you follow me on social media at Sensei Finito, and follow my guy Mike Beezy at Music City Soul on all platforms, okay? Because we're getting it cracking. And we are also live on TikTok. Not only the Tube, not only Twitch, but we're also live on TikTok right now. So you can follow me again. That's at Sensei Finito. You can look for Music City Soul, and y'all can jump in on TikTok if you guys prefer that. All right. So let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feeling. Get in the chat and let us know what's popping. Okay. Yo, first and foremost, though, happy Sunday, my guy. How you doing, Mike Beezy?
Oh man, doing good, feeling good, looking good. A super weekend. You know what I mean?
Man, a super weekend indeed.
Wild times, man. Wild times. Just making a little money. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing, like we kind of
Doing
said
this
it would.
thing.
So
Yep.
we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how it goes. Still got today, so we'll see how it goes.
Exactly, yo. Still got today. We see you in the chat. What's up with it, Derpy? How you doing, Derp? Welcome in,
Sure.
welcome in. I hope let us know how you felt about that movie, my guy. DJ, what's up with it, G? Gotta love that theme. I agree, man. That theme is amazing. We're gonna talk about that, of course, as well. Microwave VR. Yo, what's up with the microwave? How you doing? We doing good today. Glad to see you in the chat. Glad to see you in there, jumping in. We're glad to see everybody here. And make sure you guys like it up. Make sure you guys join the conversation. Okay, join the
We
convo.
want to
We're gonna
hear
be
from
talking about
you.
Superman. Yo, I want to. Yeah, we. Oh, let me actually drop a poll since we want to hear from you. We want to know. So
Ooh.
let's just start off with a solid poll here. Did you enjoy Superman? So Mike Beasley, I'll ask you that question as well as I start. As I type this stuff out, did you enjoy the movie?
Yeah, actually, I did, man. You know me. I was the last 2.5, 3 years we've been talking about this thing. I've been a cautiously optimistic one, not really being the biggest fan of Gunn, right? So, but I've
Yeah.
always kind of been even keel on it. So to go in with kind of where I middling expectations
Hmm.
and I mean I can honestly say I heard might piss some people off, but like I enjoyed the film for what it was. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it. I
Facts.
really liked it. Just going in and with the mindset of this is something different, starting its own thing. So just keeping it in that mind frame. It was a really good movie to me, man. It was a really
Yeah.
good movie to me.
I agree, bro. I agree. I think it definitely accomplished everything that it set out to, for lack of better words. I think that's one thing that we can definitely say about James Gunn and that right is I think he hits what he's trying to, like the majority of the time, right? He hits like whatever he's setting out to do, he hits that mark, right? And that's plain and simple. So, uh, and, you know what I mean? Whatever that may be, he hits that mark. I think, sometimes even when stuff can be a little bit, some of the comedy can be forced or a little cringe or whatever that may be. I think that is very purposeful on his part as well. You know what I mean? So, it's all very purposefully crafted into the thing that he does. But I agree with what you said. I think for what we got here, I enjoyed it a lot. I have been excited more about James Gunn being over the DCU than I have been about, you know, him doing the Superman movie. I think that's a safe thing to say. You know what I mean? Like I was, as soon as I heard that he was over the DCU, I was like, oh baby, you know what I mean? Like I was like, bro, that's what we need. We need a nerd in charge of these nerd projects, right? Like Kevin Feige is a nerd, but he's a movie nerd. Like he's a different type of nerd, right? He does like the comics as well, but he's more of a producer nerd. He wants to create the stuff and get the universe. But James Gunn, that bruh's probably scripting a lot of things that are going on in the DCU, bro. You know, I think it's a really big difference there. But seeing this movie also, yet again, I think it proves that fact that he is all force into the DCU, and he has used this movie to definitely propel quite a bit of things forward, bro. Quite a bit of things forward. First and foremost, man, it is definitely a launch point. It is definitely a launch point. So these trailers though were pretty good. Like these trailers for this movie were pretty good in keeping things with that first 30 minutes of the movie, right? Like we didn't really see things past the first 30 minutes, and the things that we did see, it was absolutely no context of anything that we could have thought that it would be.
Context
like
is important. Context is important. So
very important.
There wasn't any context to what we saw. So like we
no,
the trailers gave us, you know, basically the first act, but no context in that. You know what I mean? So you know, we kind of got like literally the opening scene in the trailers. Like
which is crazy.
30 minutes, man. We got like
that first 30 minutes, yo, was just chopped up in different ways, and then from then on,
put into a trailer. So that's really about it from the trailer, that film wise. But they, I mean, got the film kind of connects it all. What we saw in the trailers contextually. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. And I think usually in these movies we get a lot more spoilers of kind of everything and everything, context, everything. We know everything going into movies. So that's something that I definitely appreciated. Even though they were dropping a different trailer every 2 days, it felt like, my guy, it was still all in that first 30 minutes though. When you really think about it, it was like, bro, we really didn't see shit.
Like just the extended versions of those scenes that we already saw in the trailer and stuff like that. Like it was kind of, they played it kind of smart in that regard. Like they gave us, and if you think about it, a lot of these films, Fantastic Four is kind of doing it too right now. They're giving us just more and more of the scenes that we've already seen, right? They're just giving us a little bit longer look at the stuff they've already put out to us. So it's not like, I mean, it's technically new footage, but it's still the same scene of that, where that footage is coming from. So we're just getting a longer look from it. So you know, I kind of get with that, the marketing wise on that part.
Facts. I agree. I think it was actually a pretty. I hope we get to see more of that happening. I'll say that for sure. I think that's something that was actually portrayed pretty well in the Penguin trailers. Also, just to kind of talk about that, the Penguin did that as well. Like we didn't see a lot of anything from that, you know, like we didn't see a lot of nothing. The Batman also, actually, like all of those movies have done a really good job of keeping it pretty toned. Like if you go to like something like Black Adam, or even you know what I mean, even the Aquaman 2 movie, those were like filled to the brim with things that were going on in the movie.
We can go back to Deadpool and Wolverine. They were giving out some cameos in the trailer. You know
that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, bro. And I was happy to see that though. I was happy to watch the movie and not know exactly what was going on, but be like, or just see a scene and be like, damn, this hits way harder than I ever thought it would in the trailer, you know? In the trailer, we see Lex holding the gun. The actual context around that moment is so much more intense than just, you know, like, I'm Lex Luthor. Like, you know what I mean? Because that's what it looks like in the trailer. Way more sinister.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah.
So, kind of let you to the psyche and the desperation where we are at that point. So, you don't get all, like we said, context matters. You don't really get that from that in the trailer. So, we'll get into it. But
True.
It's a very sinister scene that we saw.
Very sinister, bro. I legit couldn't believe it. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh Okay, Lex be on demon time like that. Good to
Yeah,
know, bruh.
yeah, oh,
Good
hey,
to know
yeah.
because that means you can't trust shit that this man is about to say
Oh
or
man,
do because he's on a whole other level, bruh. He on a whole other level, and he was on a whole other level, yo.
crazy man.
Um, one of the things that I said coming out of this movie in my out of theater review is that this is the most comic booky movie I think we have ever got in the history of comic book movies. Like for real, for real. Like, and I couldn't believe some of the things that they were doing in the movie, bro. I was actually like, oh shit. I was like, okay, bro. I was like, okay. James Gunn held no punches in that comic book rights. We talk about this all the time. Most studios are very nervous in that rights to go the comic book route, and that is not the case here by any means. I think we can all agree upon that, right? Like, damn.
Yeah, yeah, like you said, a lot of these films, and it's kind of what gets on my nerves about a lot of these films.
Facts.
They play it safe, right? They play it safe. They don't really go that extra mile. They're afraid to kind of make ruffles or anything like that, or they'll have some stakes, but they don't really amount to anything. So
Mm-hmm.
for a long time, for a very long time, it was a complaint with the Marvel films. It was like, well, nobody really dies.
Yeah,
Nobody
true.
really dies. You know, or if somebody dies and it was a character that really didn't matter in the first place, we didn't have any that connection with. So, a lot of films they're afraid to take that chance because a lot of times these people that they got, they're contractually in several films, so they can't really do anything to like get rid of
Mm-hmm.
these people at this time yet. You know what I
That's
mean?
very
So
true.
that's why these big event films. That's why those things kind of matter because you can expect huge deaths and stuff like that. But staying with Superman, um, yeah, Gunn kind of he took some liberties, he took some chances here, took
For
some
sure,
swings.
took
So
some.
respect that. You can respect that for sure.
Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. One thing that Battery, my boy Battery was saying as well when we got out of the movie and we were talking, it was just like obviously people are going to compare it to Man of Steel. That's obvious of what's going to
Mhm.
happen, right?
That's just what it is. That's just what it is.
That's just what it is. And in that right, I think that just as much of a leap that Snyder took is kind of just as much of a leap that Gunn took with this movie, but just in
Yeah,
kind of the Tails version of where Snyder went heads, right? And
right, right.
I think the best way that I can compare it is saying like Man of Steel is an epic, right? Like it's an epic. Like when you watch it, it's an epic. This story is like the scale is grand, and it's just so crazy to see instead of the other. You know what I mean? Like especially even with
Yeah,
like things like the Kryptonians. Of course, we're gonna get into that more. But it's like that direction went, one direction here, and then it went the other direction here, and it kind of was just insane to see that happen with all of these different moments. And I thought it was a good movie for that sake as well. It was like, damn,
yeah,
okay, we get to see all of these other things that we literally have never seen in a Superman movie in the same way that we got to see a bunch of things that we have never seen before in Man of Steel. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And see, that's the parallels. We were talking about this. Before we got to this point, we were
true.
saying that you could point out some of the parallels between Man of Steel and this particular film, just based off the trailers and stuff we were getting. You can
Yeah.
see some of that throughout the film too, like saying, just kind of a almost like a love letter to everyone before
Everyone.
that came
Yeah.
before. And so you can see the similarities. You can see kind of some of the same story beats in that regard. And like you said, in the way that Snyder took chances with Man of Steel, even just going off the title of Man of Steel and where we were going
Yeah.
with that story based on the title. You kind of see the parallel but difference with Gunn as calling it Superman straight up. He's literally Superman immediately. We're already in this world where he's already Superman. There's no, the Man of Steel is an
Exactly.
origin story. This was already in progress, right? Like you come to the program and the program's
Yeah.
already in. Like, you came into the door late, right? Like we got here late to the story.
Very true.
It was
Very
already
true.
here. You know what I mean? So you kind of see how the parallels and opposites kind of line up with each other, and you could tell there was a conscious effort to make it a stark difference from what we got, even though what we got was what, 12 years ago, 13 years ago,
Yeah,
12
yeah,
years
yeah.
ago, and people still bring it up because, like you said, it's going to be a comparison no matter what,
No
no matter
matter
who it
what.
is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna always be there because that was the last one we got, and it was such a polarizing thing. And Henry Cavill is such a just a figure, right, of
Mm-hmm.
stature. Period. Like, look at him, and he is Superman, right? There's no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Even the people that don't like it
For
acknowledge
real.
that Superman, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So no
yeah.
matter what side of the you know, all right, Henry Cavill, that's Supes, right? It was always going to be a task replacing him, essentially. Even
Yeah.
though you're saying this is something totally different, and it's got its own look, it's got its own story. It's going to always draw that comparison because it's just that's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. Like LeBron and Jordan, you know what I mean? We
Yeah.
are
Facts.
decades away. We are decades past Jordan playing ball.
Decades, bro.
Decades, dog. LeBron's played 23 years after Jordan.
Exactly.
After Jordan, right? He came in and Jordan was already gone, and we're still comparing Bron to Jordan. You know what I mean? And a lot of these
Yeah.
people weren't even alive at the time when
Truth.
Jordan was playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's where we are with this, and that's just something to
Mm-hmm.
be expected. You're not gonna get away from it.
Nope.
But I think it's kind of cool and fun to compare those things because it kind of gives you the difference of where each director was in their
Truthfully.
mindset for these things. So it's kind of
Yeah.
cool to compare and contrast. I like that. I like that a lot.
I agree. For the sake of comparing and contrasting it, it is just very. There's so many stark differences and so many, but also there's not a lot of them as well because you just kind of see how things are just flowing, and I definitely appreciate that, yo.
Right.
Okay. We got a couple more minutes of non-spoilery stuff before we can just get all out, not all out crazy. I liked all of these characters in this film as well. A lot of people going into this, a lot of people assumed that this would be like a straight ensemble film, and even though it is, it's like it isn't though. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it, the thing that I think is very different, or not maybe not different, but there's no introduction of new characters at all, right? Like every character that is introduced in the movie, we know them for one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
We know who they are from the comics. And I think in
Mm-hmm.
some other stuff, maybe they'll take a couple more liberties. And I mean, in the MCU, there's a bunch of characters that don't exist in the comics in the same way, and all that other stuff, right?
Yeah.
But here,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like we're ever gonna get something like that with the DCU. It feels like everything is always going to be, bruh. If you've heard of this character, as soon as you even hear a mention of them, you're gonna understand who they are. That's kind of what they
Yeah.
did here in a way, right? Like, and I guess that's very, very similar to what we kind of were saying with this being very comic booky. Like, comic books don't hold your hand when you get into a comic, my boy. Like, because most of those runs are have been going for years already. G, this is all. It's always just a new starting point to jump into the story that is already being told, and I feel like that is. I feel like this movie embodies that. Like in every way
Mm-hmm.
possible, it embodies that we are just jumping into a story that has already been being told for hundreds of years actually at this point from where we from where we pick up at. So I really appreciated that in a world building sense, even though we didn't get a ton of lore, and I was ready for
Mm-hmm.
lore in this movie. Like that's the I was looking for it everywhere, and there was not a lot of lore when it comes to like the
Right. Right.
Superman movie,
And I
but
think,
there was a
and I
ton
think
of
that,
world building.
yeah, and to that point, a lot of people have kind of knocked the film because of that, which I
Mm,
understand. But like, also, you kind of have to remember where we are, right? How we're entering this world where everything is already happening,
yeah.
right? So these people are, hey, they've been around. They told us at the beginning, like for the last
Yep.
300 years, many
Yep.
humans have walked the earth, right?
Yeah.
30 years ago,
Exactly.
Superman came. 3 years ago,
Yeah.
he came out as Superman, right?
Yeah.
So that's where
Exactly.
we are. Like we're already in the middle of all this craziness already.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to remember that. So these characters that we see, they've already been around and stuff. Like you kind of see they knew each other. Everybody was familiar with each other. Everybody already knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Everybody
Exactly.
knows who Lex is. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows that. So this is something that's already been in progress. And I kind of harken back to Star Wars, how we got Star Wars. Like we
Yeah.
just got these
Yeah.
characters. And then later on, they went back and told us, oh, okay, well, this is Luke. He comes from Anakin. Anakin is this guy. He's
Hmm.
Vader. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah,
go all the way back.
exactly,
They
exactly.
literally backtrack to what we've already seen, right? But we've seen
Yeah,
3 movies already of what's going on.
yeah.
Then they come back like, oh, well,
This is how
back
that
then this
got
was
to this.
bad. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
we jump backwards to come forwards. And so it's like, oh, and then that's everybody loved that, right?
yeah,
Everybody loved that up to a certain point. But that's kind of how I view this, right? We're here
yeah,
already. We don't need any more origin. Everybody knows Superman's origin, right? And even in that regard, we got a little bit of it,
yeah.
right?
We did.
A
We get
little
it.
bit, a
Yeah, a
little
little bit.
bit.
Yeah,
Like we know Superman is the last son of Krypton. He got sent away
hmm,
before Krypton exploded, right? We get
yeah,
that. We, you know what I'm saying? So, everything around that. We know everything, the people are involved in that situation. So we didn't need to see that again, right? And so knowing that, just going forward, it's like, just keep that in mind that we are operating under the assumption that everybody knows everybody already. We don't need to jump back and tell you what happened 30 years ago. Because 30 years ago, the man he crashed into here. That's all I'm telling you. That's all we
that's all
telling
I'm
you.
telling you. Yeah,
That's it.
yeah,
That's all you get. 30 years
yeah.
ago, he came from space. Bam, 30 years ago, he hit Earth.
Boom.
Here we go. Right?
Now here's
So
what's
like, but
next.
I get it. People want the background information, and I get that, but it's like, hold on a little bit. We'll get to that. We'll get to it. You know what I mean? So,
For real.
but it allows the story to hit the ground running, right? You don't have to spend any time kind of going back. And even with Man and Steel, um,
We spent a
we
lot of
got it in
time.
bits and pieces. You know what I'm saying? We got bits and
Yeah.
pieces, and we kind of got to see it unfold, right? We got to see it unfold during the course of the
Yeah,
film.
that's
You know what I
true.
mean? And even with as we got with Batman, it's like you kind of got pieces of the flashback and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
it unfolded throughout the film. But we're in a different spot here. Right? We're not where we are with those films where they were.
Very true.
So it's
Very
just
true.
different points in where these people are in regards to where they're operating. So it's going to be a little different. But I think we'll get more on it later. But to
Yeah.
expect all of that in a film that was already over 2 hours, uh, you got to kind
Yeah.
of
And again,
compromise a little bit.
I don't even know. It's like, do we need to know that? You know what I mean? Like, how much more do we need
No,
to
not
know?
really. No.
How much more do we need to know? Like, I appreciate seeing I appreciate seeing Krypton in the Man of Steel, but also it's like that shit's about to blow up, my boy. Like, we don't need to be here. Like, you know, like
That's what
there's
I'm
a
saying.
there.
It's like
So
we know
it's a
Krypton explodes. Like, what more do you want
yeah.
from that? It's Krypton.
Exactly.
We can't do it. They already did something called Krypton, where they spent the entire
I
movie
forgot about
in
that
the
show.
place. You know what I'm
There
saying?
is a whole show called Krypton. Oh
The
yeah,
whole
that's
show called
crazy.
Krypton. You know what I
It's
mean?
like, bro,
So it's
there are forms of media out there for you to get what you need if you want it. For real, for real.
like everybody
Okay,
wanted every single thing. It's like,
yeah,
like it's funny. It's funny because like some of the same people who were kind of rumping and moaning about Man of Steel, they're rumping and moaning about the James Gunn film, and it's the complete opposite. So it's like, what do y'all want for real, right?
that's
Man of
the
Steel
thing. People
superstar,
don't know.
this
Yeah,
style, this, that, and the third. And then James Gunn is too bright. Superman's too happy. He saves cats. I'm like, that's literally what Superman does. But like,
yeah.
what do y'all want? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all want?
Like, bro, what do you mean? Like, and I liked all of that, bro. I liked that this was unapologetically Superman, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, unapologetically Superman and comic book. It was both of those
Yeah, and super
in a
comic book.
nice way,
Super
bro.
comic
In a
book.
very nice way. And
It's like the Boy Scout brand of Superman, right? Like even
yeah,
as he's talking, like you see in the trailer when he's talking to Krypton, he's like, "What the hey, dude?" You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Like
yeah,
that's how he
yeah.
talks. It's corny. It's corny, but like that's how Superman is. It's like
He is corny, bro. Like
that's who he is. Like yo, he's not
he's a
the
farm, bro. He
hero. He's
literally
not
was
dude.
raised in a like on a farm, bro. Like he's not gonna be a
Dude, but he's
cool
a
ass.
guy. He got manners. You know what I mean?
Like, bro,
But the
he's
hey
just a
dude, that like that's a very Superman thing to say. Like nobody in real life would say that shit, but Superman would say that shit.
so true, bro. That's so true. And I feel like that
It's crazy, man.
that itself was also like surrounded in a lot of the other stuff that was going on in the movie. Like I think a lot of the characters, for the most part, felt like that. Like they felt like the comic book counterpart. You know what I mean? It's not like,
Yeah, yeah,
like I don't think you have to go too far into your mind to be like, oh, would this be? Is this what this character would do? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't feel like
right.
that. You know, you don't have to.
Yeah, it's not a huge departure. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, it's
Loud and
not a
clear. At least
departure,
for
bro.
here,
Like the characters
for
are
here, in this film, it's not a huge departure. Like you can
at
kind of
all.
so, 'cause, like we said, like especially with Marvel, like they take liberties on some of these characters, man. It's like that's not even
Hmm.
how they do. Like Drax is a really good example of
Yeah,
him being completely not what he is in the comics, even as far as the look goes. Like, he's
yeah,
never been that color, bro. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's like those kind of things you don't get that here. So like for
yeah.
the purists and enthusiasts, like there's some beats that are hitting for you right here as far as
True.
accuracy goes. Like accuracy is a thing, right? Sometimes it gets overblown. I'll admit it. I'm one of those that overblow it from time to time. But
Yeah,
like you like what you like, right? If you're gonna put my favorite characters on screen, I want them to look right. I want them to be who they are from the shit that I've been reading, right?
very true.
Don't change it all the way up. Like some liberties, all right, I can compromise a little bit if the story works out. Like we'll
Hmm.
get into a little bit. But it's
Yep.
like, long as it's I want my comic book character on the screen. You know what I mean? Like the shit that I
No, that's a
fold
fact.
open up the pages and read, I want to see right there on the screen.
Yeah, and I think
That goes a long way.
I think for the most part, they did that a lot more than
Yeah.
most other forms of media do. Let's jump into chat a little bit. I see y'all talking. We gonna talk back. Um, okay, I see Derp. I just unlocked the Fortnite skin. Also got
Give me up,
my
Derek. Give me up.
what else did you say? Rosa, get me on this thing. Not today, my guy. I got the Minecraft skin for the new Superman 2. It's free. Oh,
Minecraft?
okay. Minecraft and Fortnite Superman skin. Oh, bro, I'm gonna have to log into to Minecraft and get that.
They got Superman stuff on Minecraft. I tell the little man, shoot.
Mm-hmm. Bro.
I didn't even know they said it's free. Hold
Let's see.
on. A little bit.
Is this a strong Superman? Starman says on TikTok. Yeah, man. This is a
That's
strong
cool.
Superman. Bro is actually
So,
bro is actually
that's
strong.
that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a good question. And
Yeah.
something we'll get into. I'm gonna wait until we get into it. But yes, to answer the question, yes. And there's the way they kind of depict the level of strength that he's at. Um, by a certain scene. Once we cover it, I'll get into it more. But they kind of
Hmm.
tell you that he's really not even at full power yet
At
in that
all.
regard. Yeah,
And
he's not even at full power.
specifically in this entire movie, he's not at
Mhm.
100%
He's
at
not.
all the
He's not
entire
at full
time.
power at all. At all.
Which
They
is
kind of tell
crazy to
you it's
even.
kind of in passing. It's kind of in passing because he's kind of like on his mission to go do what he got to do. But they tell
Hmm.
you like where he's at as far as strength wise.
Yeah. The powwow guy. Yo, what's up with it? We just saw it. So good. Yeah, for real. I agree. I agree. Powwow. It is a very. This is a good movie, yo. People, I'm not gonna be surprised about like anything. I like people that hate the movie. I'm not really surprised about how they hate it, and I'm not surprised when people love the movie either. I just to be honest, you know what I
Yeah,
mean. We kind of
it's
went into
literally
this
going.
understanding you were going to be you were either gonna kind of love this movie or you were either gonna hate it. We talked
The
about
way they
that for
set
sure.
this up, the way Gunn had been talking about this for the last 3 years, it was basically like, if you're a Superman fan, you'll rock with it. If not, then not. Or
Yep.
that's how they're gonna spend it anyway. But like the way they set it up is like, I mean, we're not trying to convince anybody. That's what they did. They're
No.
like, we're going for it. We're going for it. It
Yeah.
is what it is. We're not trying to convince you. Either you're with it or you're not with it. And so to see how the discourse is on both sides is not surprising. It's basically what we say, chalk it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It is as it was expected to be. Like the ones that rock with gun like it, the ones that don't to be
Yep.
expected.
Mm-hmm.
But like really, your target audience is the people on the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Those are who you trying to convince, really, because the ones on the sides that they're on is not going. It's not going to change either way.
For
If you
real.
liked it, it wasn't going to change it. If you didn't like it, it wasn't going to change.
Yeah.
Right? If you want one of the people in the middle, that's you were the target audience. The people in the middle that were like, well, I like Snyder. I don't know. It's like, well, I
Yep.
like Gunn, but Snyder was cool. You know what I'm saying? So the people that was in the middle that really didn't have a dog in the fight, so to say, those
Mm-hmm.
were really the target audiences to convert on top of the people who are already, on board. So
And I think for the
everyone else
most
was just
part, they did do a. I think they did do that. Like a lot of the people that I've talked to that are like either casual fans or they were
Mhm.
like, "Bruh, this movie is gonna be ass because it's James Gunn." They're like, they were like, "Oh damn!" Like
Yeah,
it wasn't as bad as a lot of
yeah,
the hate. I think you can tell a lot. Certain areas of hate is obviously forced, but
yes,
like
yeah,
for the people
right.
that don't like the comedic thing like at all, we already knew that they weren't going to like this movie before we even knew that it
Right,
was comedic at all. You know what I mean? And for the sake of
right.
a James Gunn movie, this was not even very comedic in the sense of what he usually goes for with his
True.
stuff.
That's so
Like,
true. That is so true.
and a lot
Like
of the
you go back
moments
to
that
like
were
the
played
Suicide
off as
Squad.
funny in the trailers were not funny in the movie. Like they were not like again with the context of what was going on, it was not even played off as a comedic thing, bro. It was actually serious. But just for the tone of
True.
the trailer, it was played off as funny, funny, haha. But it really wasn't. Like none of the shit was funny, funny,
That's
haha,
true.
really. Like
That's so true.
most
It's
of the
like if you
funny,
see
funny, haha moments weren't even in the trailer.
they weren't in the trailer. They weren't in the trailer. That is a crazy point right there. Because like even if you just go back to like hell, go to Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Back to back to back to back to back.
Yep.
Like it's nonstop jokes and puns
Non-stop,
and
nigga.
like that. Go to the Suicide Squad. Like that one was like from start to finish,
mm-hmm.
back to back to back to back, like comedy, right? It's just a lot, and a whole lot. So it just on that scale, this wasn't even close to that as far
Bro,
as like
nowhere near, bro.
jokes and comedy, right? So it was a little bit, I don't want to say serious, but it was less comedic than
mm-hmm.
the previous DC endeavors. Like hell, Reacher Commandos, even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's less comedic than all of those previous endeavors. And I think,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, that was intentional because this is, Superman. We're trying to build a universe off of what we got going with this film. So this is like literally setting the tone
Mm-hmm.
for at least on the film side going forward.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
that's very
it's
true.
a it's they scale back. They scale back with the
The
comedy.
scale back, and it was kind of crazy. And even
Mhm.
I, I did have a little bit of an issue with some of the humor because even though there weren't a lot of funny moments, I felt like some of those funny moments were dragged out too long. You know what I mean? And that was the
Yeah,
issue that I definitely had. That is
yeah,
definitely an issue that I had. Like I did not
yeah.
mind the
It's funny.
humor at all because like I I'm gonna give a laugh if for certain things, you know what I mean? And I was laughing at shit.
Yeah,
Like shit was funny, bro. Like the movie was funny in certain
yeah,
places.
yeah.
It
It
really
was, it was.
was. But then it was like, all right, bro, this scene might maybe should have ended about 30 seconds ago. You know what I mean? Like there was a couple of times where I felt like that. So I definitely understand people that
Yeah.
are like, it's just funny, funny, haha. But because even though it's
Mhm,
not,
mhm.
it is very in your face when it takes those moments to be like, all right, buddy.
That's true.
Like it's like, all right, bro.
That's true. No, that's true. That's
um,
true. I don't even have anything to add to that. That's absolutely true.
yeah, that ass. That's just
That's
I was
straight up. That's straight up.
I was like,
Straight up,
okay.
man.
Yeah. Powwow says, in my opinion, this was the best Lois ever. She wasn't obnoxious and rude like how they always write her. I did like this Lois a lot as
I
well.
do. There's a couple reasons. There's a couple reasons I would tell you why I like this Lois.
Oh yeah, she's beautiful,
Just
bro.
call
She
it
was,
what it is. You
yeah,
feel me? Just call it
yeah.
what it is.
And
But like, but
and she
also,
rocked that with grace as well.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
very much so.
She was very chill with it.
Yes.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
She was
yeah,
chill with it, right? But yeah, like that comment was like literally the spot on description as to why I would agree wholeheartedly with that statement for every reason outlined in that comment. That's a W comment right
For real. Because they do Lois dirty sometimes. You know what I mean? It'd be like,
there.
all
Yeah.
right, bro, like
Yeah.
it'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, she's gonna
It
be
was
like
like,
this.
okay,
It's like, oh, we're gonna get this Lois for at least. I
if you
felt
go
like that
back
at the
to
beginning of us of the show, the animated show.
man, yeah, like I'm saying, like when she was trying to prove that Clark was Superman, and the bitch jumped out
She
the fucking
jumped
window.
off the
Like,
roof.
what the fuck
Yes, bro, that's what I was just about to say.
kind of toxic shit is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
shit, like that's annoying. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you don't have to prove that as your point, but like,
Mm-hmm.
really, really, like, what if he wasn't though? You know what I mean? Now you dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. So, like, Lois kind of gets the short end of the stick in these depictions, and this wasn't one of those times. Yeah, he was definitely
Yeah.
a highlight of the first
Oh
show, no
yeah.
problem.
Oh
1000%.
yeah. And that again, that long take of her and Clark talking.
Mm,
Beautiful, bro.
mm,
Super beautiful. What a
mm.
powerful way to really set the tone of what we're going to be going for the movie as well. Putting it so early on in the movie, like that was awesome. All right, chat.
Absolutely.
We're done with spoiler free, baby. We're going full bars ahead, yo. We're going full steam ahead with spoilers. We're gonna keep talking to you guys, of course, keep talking to you about all of the stuff that you're saying, but we're also gonna get into spoilers. So, Beezy, what is the
Yeah.
first spoilery thing that you want to bring up right now, G?
The first spoilery thing I want to. Oh man, that's crazy. That's a crazy question. Oh, buddy. I kind of want to go in like order of the film, right? So like if
Okay, let's do it.
we're talking the fortress. Let's talk the fortress, right?
Ooh,
I like how the so we've seen so many different versions of the fortress, right? And in their own rights, they've all been pretty dope.
yeah.
This one coming out of the ground based on the DNA of
Of
Superman,
Superman,
that's hard. That's hard. That's hard.
bro,
That
immaculate.
shit just comes up automatically when it detects him. That's hard.
Yup, for
Like,
real.
my
That
bro
was
was like, how the fuck did that happen? Crypto grabbing his ass. That shit just came up out the ground. I was like, damn, how did you know he was there? Like, I was like, all right, if they don't explain this, I'm gonna have a real problem with this shit.
for real.
Like,
Because what
but
the
like
hell
the
just
beginning,
happened?
you're like, oh, okay, all right. And then like that, and now getting into the question that was asked, is Superman strong? As we
Mm,
get into the fortress, as we saw, Superman beat the fuck up, right?
yeah,
He
facts.
just lost his first battle. In 3 years, the Superman is 3,000 and over shit, right? I hate 3,001. He took a L, right? So he's beat the hell
Yeah.
up. He got broken bones. He's fractured. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck beat Superman? They're like, all right, the remedy is obviously sunlight, right?
True. Mm-hmm.
So as he's healing, the sunlight's hitting him. His cells are charging from the radiation of the sun. As he's healed up enough, he gets off the table. He's like, hey, I got some shit to do. They're like, well, you're not even fully healed yet. You're only at 83%. He's like, yeah, fuck that. I'm straight.
Yep.
But we already have a not fully powered Superman. So he's at 83% as we start this
Start
movie.
off with him. Yeah.
We start this movie, and this man's at 83%, right? So I think that was done on purpose because if we think about it, Superman is really one of the most OP characters. And they even say it in the film, he's the most powerful metahuman on the planet.
Yep.
On the planet, dog. That means the whole fucking 7 billion people. And Superman's the strongest fucking person here. That's maybe you know already where we're at with it. And
Truthfully.
again, he's only at 83%, right? So like, damn. So that's kind of telling you like where we are strength wise. So they kind of nerfed him a little bit, if you want to call it that. I think specifically for that reason, but they still let you know that even though he's not in full power, he's still the
My boy
strongest
is
metahuman.
still. Mm-hmm.
He's still that guy. So yeah. So I like how they kind of, if you're listening, they kind of give you exactly those answers, right? They give you what we're doing, how we're there, exactly where he is on the power scale, at least in relation to everyone else.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And to just actually just to give a full context on everything, because you have already mentioned it, the Star Wars style title crawl that had been mentioned was not exactly a Star Wars title crawl that that I was looking for. I'm not gonna lie. I was looking
Matt,
for
Matt, you
my
ready
boy.
for
I
it?
was looking for lore and context all
Yeah,
abode,
yeah.
my boy.
I know
Really, I
supposed
really
to come
was.
up on the screen like this and everything. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
bro. That's really what I thought. I thought it was gonna be like in the Superman, like the foom. It was gonna say Superman, and then the style was gonna just fly into the
Yeah,
air, bro. And like
yeah, man.
that's.
I was waiting for it.
I
I was
was
waiting for
so
it.
ready, bro.
I was
I
waiting
was
for it.
so ready.
I was waiting for
But the title crawl that they do give us says 300 years ago, the first metahumans appeared on Earth. 30 years ago, an infant was sent to Earth from Krypton and raised by a couple from Kansas. 3 years ago, he revealed himself as Superman, the most powerful metahuman of all time. 3 hours ago, another metahuman calling himself the Hammer of Baravia attacked Superman in Metropolis. 3 minutes ago, Superman lost his first fight ever. So I think that was actually such a banger. Like I thought that was a banger, and then we see my boy crash into the snow immediately after that. So I
it.
thought that was
It's pretty good,
I
man.
love that. I love that
Yeah,
way to start it off. Again, some people can say that they nerfed Superman, but no, he's hurt, and being hurt, you are nerfed, right? That is just what kind of happens when you're hurt, no matter who you are. And Superman has been hurt before as well. It's not like this is that's the shit that I was really baffled by as well from people's
yeah.
sentiment of this was like this is the first time we've ever seen Superman get hurt before ever when my nigga literally died in Batman versus Superman.
I'm
You
about
know
to
what
say,
I
bro,
mean? So that's why
we watched
I
Henry
was
Cavill die. We watched Henry Cavill
I was
die.
baffled, bro. I was
Like,
baffled by that. Like,
Batman,
bro had to
Batman
get resurrected.
beat
Like, what are we
like
talking?
beat the shit out of Superman. Like, let's be real.
Yes,
All right,
exactly.
let's
Like,
not like come on, guys.
like,
Come
like,
on, man.
and then
Let's
yeah,
put
yeah.
hands on Superman.
And
Let's
then
put hands
again,
on
it's like
Superman.
I just don't like talking about buff and nerf with Superman specifically because he has a built-in nerf with Kryptonite. So it's like, not every character has a specific
Kryptonite
weakness
is magic.
that you, yeah, like
Who can
that,
beat
like.
Superman, dog? Who can beat
that-
Superman?
Yeah, most people don't have a weakness like that. In fact, you know what I mean? It's like
It's
Superman
literally a
has
genetic weakness,
he
dog.
has a
Genetic
genetic
weakness.
nerf. You know what I mean? Like it's built into just them. So it's like I don't like talking about being nerfed because, bruh, all you got to do is bust out some kryptonite and it's like, oh, they nerfed Superman. Like, no, bro, let's not do that.
Yeah. Not the
Uh,
same thing. Like,
exactly. So I really love that, and to talk also to talk about the Fortress of Solitude. My God, when that shit turned towards the sun, oh my God, bro, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was fire. I was hooked. I was hooked right there, bro. That shit came out. It came out the fucking nowhere at first, and that's when I was hooked at that point as well. I was like, bro, this is crazy. And then as they strap him in the chair, the whole thing just shifts towards the sun. I never watched the 5 minute thingamajigger that they dropped. That might have been in it,
yeah.
but I don't. I didn't. I
Yeah.
never watched that for that reason because I
That's
wanted to see
exactly
a
what it
lot of the
was.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
the whole
Okay.
healing,
Okay.
the healing scene. That
Yeah.
scene
Yeah.
was
Yeah. The
really
whole
that was
healing
so
scene.
dope.
Oh.
Yeah, the
Okay.
whole
Okay.
healing scene.
Yeah. See, and that was my first time seeing that whole shit, so I was like, and then in IMAX as well, and the way it sounded
Yeah.
as that shit just
The IMAX shit was
rotated.
crazy.
Oh,
The IMAX
buddy,
shit was crazy.
bro, the IMAX
IMAX
was.
was very much it.
I can't wait to see it in 40x, bro. Like I'm going to see this movie in 40x, bro. And the seats moving and shit for sure. Like that's
Definitely.
happening.
Yeah.
That's
During
gonna be
flight,
nuts. Yes, bro. That's gonna be nuts, bro.
that's
And
wild. That's
I love that, yo. I love that. I love the shit rotating. The robots were cool. I liked all the super bots and all that stuff. They were dope. Alan Tudyk is Alan Tudyk, so of course, you know what I mean. I knew there was
yeah.
going to be comedy
And
there and all of that, so
of
there
course,
was, so that was
it was
yeah, that was fun. And it's comedy and it's not comedy at the same time, right? Because it's like bro. He's like, bro, this is just how I'm rocking, bro. Like
This
I
the
don't
beat
know,
right here. This the
like
beat.
bro, I don't know what
Call
you're
me
talking
Gary.
about, but
Like, you know what I'm saying?
that shit
That
had me
shit was
rolling,
funny.
bro. Bro
It
said
really was
Gary is a
funny.
name.
Like, just how they were almost sarcastic, right?
Yes.
They were almost pretty sarcastic with it. He was like, "Hey," after he got up, he was like, "What? Hey, yo, what the hell happened?" It was like, "Oh yeah, your
Yeah.
dog sucks, bro." He was like, "What the hey, dude?" He was like, "Crypto wrecked everything." He was like, "Well, we try to care for the dog, but he realized we're not people and we don't care if he lives or dies."
So like, bro, I was like,
We don't
oh,
give a shit. He don't give a shit. He don't care about us and we don't care about him.
and then and that was so true.
Like, bro, your dog is unruly, dog. Like, and that's for real. Like that crypto was unruly as fuck, bro. He had taken his
Crypto
dog. Like,
was,
oh my
bro.
god,
I was
this is
mad
a
as
bad
hell. I
fucking
was
dog.
like, bro, this dog is so bad,
This
bro.
dog is bad, bro. I was mad. I was like, oh, I wish. It took me back to when my dog was a puppy. Her ass, she
Exactly.
like, man, I swear to God, if I come home and my shit's wrecked, because that's happened before. I think dog
Yeah.
owners get it. I come
Yes.
home, my entire living room is fucking wrecked because my dog got out of the fucking cage and ate and wrecked everything. I'm like, oh, come on.
I
You
had a
gotta put
pit
Crypto
bull.
on loose.
He ate up what it was like $120 pair of headphones, bro. It was
Ugh,
gone. I was like,
ugh,
oh.
ugh,
I was like, what the hell?
ugh.
Literally,
I'm talking
what the
about the
hey,
hat,
dude?
my Xbox controller, my remote
Exact.
controller,
Bro,
my
don't get me started on the
hats.
Xbox controller.
Oh,
I ain't never wanted to fight an
the
animal
snapback,
so
the
bad in my
I'm
life.
starting to. Oh my god, the back of the snapback hat, they ate that. I can't adjust my hat now. What the fuck? Like, why would you
Yeah,
do that? Why would you do that?
yeah.
Slippers. Oh my god, bro. So yeah, that shit had me going. I was like, oh my god, this dog. I'm really mad at crypto, bro.
Bro
It's
was on
hot.
demon time,
Oh, crypto had me hot, bro. That little
but
motherfucker was
I really
MVP.
like. Yeah, I was gonna say, but I really liked him though.
He was MVP,
He
dog.
was
He
the
did his thing,
MVP
man. He knew what time it was, what time when it was time. You know what I mean?
when it was, bro.
Crypto. He's like, oh, I got you. He was like, yeah. I leave, man.
And I had so many questions about crypto, and it was crazy how all of those questions were just answered at the end of the movie. You know what I mean? Like every single question I had about crypto was just answered when we find out it's not even his dog. It's like, bro, this isn't even his dog. It's like, oh shit. No, all right then.
Makes sense.
This makes perfect sense.
Damn. It's funny. It's funny because even Superman says it a little bit. I think he said it to Terrific. He was like, there was like, because Terrific didn't like crypto either, which was fucking hilarious.
I love that.
He was like, it's more of a foster situation. He was like,
that it? Oh shit, that is what he said.
He said it's like it's more of a foster situation. It's like,
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, that really should have been your clue to who dog this belongs.
No, I agree completely.
This dog fuck with, you know what I mean?
And I didn't think about that one bit.
That's your little teaser right there. It's more of a foster situation.
Wow, good eye, bro. Good eye, bro.
Perfect was not fucking with that dog, bro, and I feel it. It was like,
I loved that so much.
Like, black people everywhere feel that shit. He was like,
bro, this is a badass dog, bro. This is bro, it's so bad. I couldn't believe it.
Everybody knew this dog was bad. This is a bad dog, dude.
I was like, bro, ain't no way Superman's dog is this bad. That's literally like that's how I felt sometimes. Like, bro, this is insane. There's no way. Yeah, bro was definitely unruly, like you said. Let's continue a little bit on with the movie in order, like you was talking about. Let's see. So as they say, bro, you're not even strong to you ain't even got it like that, my guy. Basically, I like how Crypto has that little moment when he's like, bro, I want to go with you, my G. I don't want to stay here. Yeah. And he's like, bro, no, we not doing none of that.
Like, no, Crypto stay. Like, oh.
And then it was dope to see how soon they let us know about Lex as well. Like, literally, we held no punches with this movie, bro. Before we get to that Lex scene, how did you feel about that flight scene, the first flight scene of the movie that we see after as he leaves? I thought it was dope.
Because again, with the parallels to other things that we've seen similar to it, we've seen it with Man of Steel, we saw it with Black Adam. That same, almost the same sequence, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
Zooming on the face, like you know what I'm saying, like I thought that was cool. A lot of people shit on it, but I was like, I mean, we literally have seen it
Yeah,
multiple times already in the DC universe, period, right? So I thought it was cool, and I thought it was a nice little kind of nod to, you know, a couple scenes that we've seen before. So that's how
yeah.
I looked at it. You know, I saw it as like, all right, we kind of a nod to Black Adam, a nod to Cavill. We've seen it like that. I thought it was pretty cool like that, and saw it a few times, matter of fact. So yeah, I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't mad.
I agree. To me, it felt very comic booky as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, like those are like, I feel like you could split this movie up into panels for a comic book.
Yes.
I really do, bro. Like,
it really feels like it's straight out of a comic book, like for real. Like when we say comic booky, that's exactly what we mean, dog. Like you're opening the pages of a comic book, and it's Superman flying face first at you. Like that's what it's gonna look like on the panel.
For real, bro. And then the way it just centers on the shield like, bro, yes, bro, like yes.
We're literally looking at a comic book. Like boom, boom, panel 1 face, panel 2 shield, panel 3 straight up in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Yo, Eric's game says, today I asked my phone, Siri, why am I still single? And it activated the front camera. Come on, son. Why are you in here playing?
What are we doing, people? What are we doing?
Yo, that's crazy. That shit definitely got me right there. I'm not gonna lie.
What are we doing, people?
That shit got me for sure. Lord. Let's see. It's one of her character traits that made her stand out when originally written. When women had to be tough to demand respect, sometimes when done poorly, those characters could be insufferable. Oh, it's still talking about Lois? Yeah, I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's fair.
I understand. Yeah, that's very true. Because for her time, it had to. So over the times, her character has stayed at that same height level, while the rest of the things have maybe toned down a little bit. It can definitely make that character seem very brash.
Yeah, it's true. That's a good comment. Good comment.
Yeah, and that goes for all characters that are like that, not just Lois. You know what I mean? All characters that were written in like for the time period, basically, they have an issue being, they have an issue being translated as they go because they're still gonna be, So I understand what you're saying. Very good comment again. I agree with that. Powwow guy said, my favorite line, I'm not messing around, I'm doing important stuff. Hey, he was indeed doing important stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
Facts. He just came at the wrong time. That's all that
he
was.
Did.
He just blew up at the wrong time. Like, hey, what are you doing? Stop playing around. Like, bro, you didn't understand what I just went through. I went through a fucking gauntlet, my guy. What do you mean? I'm doing important stuff. I'm saving everyone. What are you talking about? Stuff. That's one of those moments, right? That's one of those moments.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah.
It's like kind of you don't get context to that. You're like you just see him. It's like I am doing important stuff. It kind of lays back down. You're like, okay, well. Then when the movie comes, you're like, okay, it came right after this fucking epic ass fight.
You're like, man, this man was just fighting for his life.
Fighting for his life
against someone literally as strong as him.
Where were y'all at? Help! Oh, late. I've been here.
For real.
Tell me to get up.
I really liked I really liked the Hammer of Baravia as well. I loved even though we didn't get to see him a lot, I loved him still. Like the little bit that we got to see him was on demon time. Bro was on demon time, bro.
Like in that regard, because that takes us back to Lex, right? That takes us back to Lex.
Mm-hmm.
Right? in that regard, like for me, I really liked how they used that to display Lex's intelligence. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They did it in a way that I haven't seen been done. Like they made it that so like Lex had studied Superman for so long, 3 years in now. So he's
Mm-hmm.
so well read up on Superman that he knows
Exactly what my boy is going to do.
you know what he about to do. Right? He's telling the crew, he's giving the crew the commands on how to fight Superman before
Mm-hmm.
Superman even does his moves. And the way they showed him with that, I thought it was dope. I was like, damn, this man so ahead of this dude, like it's like a video game. Like, I already know what you about to do.
Yes.
So you know you play a level so many times, you lose on that level so many times.
Yes.
By
You
the
literally
final
know
time, you ready. You know all the crap, you know all the
uh-huh.
secret stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I got it this time. You know, yeah, I'm not losing the level now, bro. So that's kind of how I looked at it. You know what I mean? I thought it was pretty cool how they showed like how smart Lex was.
And
It's like,
and it also made me think of chess. Cause you know how like when you play chess, they say A1 to B6 or
yeah,
D7 to
yeah.
A3. And that's how he's calling out the moves. So immediately it
Mm-hmm.
made me think of I was like, oh, bro, Superman is literally playing checkers while Lex is playing chess, bro. Like
Yes. That's why Superman keep losing. It's like, all right,
bro,
Lex
because
is
he's not even
he's
on the same level. He's not even
not even
thinking on
mad
the
with you,
same
bro. He's
thing,
like,
bro. He
right
don't
there,
even
bro. And
know.
that's just showing you how much smarter Lex is.
For real.
So like the way they again with the scaling, right? They got the power scaling and we got the intelligence scaling.
Yeah.
Like the way all of that showed, I thought that was pretty awesome. I thought it was pretty awesome. Like
That's
they just
very
showed how
true.
strong Lex was,
That's very true.
how strong, how smart he was, not strong, but how smart he
Yeah.
was. It's like you may be stronger than me, but baby boy, I'm smarter than you.
That's a really good point. And I feel like it was awesome to even see that be portrayed in so many ways. Even like that subtle moment later on when Superman storms into Lex's office. As Lex is sitting there, he literally takes his coffee cup off of the thing and sits back because he knows Soups is about to throw
You know
his
that shit's
table.
gonna fly
So
off. You know that shit's gonna go.
he just knows what he's about to do, bro, and it's crazy how
This is very
on
kept.
point he
This is
is. You
very
know.
kept. He didn't even panic. He just took a step back, grabbed his mug, watched that
And
shit
then just
fly.
looked over like, you recording, right?
Jobby, what's up, Mr. Superman? What you doing, bro? Oh, we
Like,
talking.
nigga.
What you talking about? I quit fucking playing games with me. Lex, you already know what's up. So yeah, that was cool. That was cool seeing. Then again, Lex playing chess.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Whole time, bro. I like to see that a lot. And then we get the introduction of I don't know what this character's name is, I'm sorry, but the dude that works at like the hot dog stand or the hamburger stand or whatever on the corner of the street, and he helps Superman out of the hole.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I would have never in a million years would have thought that bro would have been so impactful and pivotal to the plot, my boy. I did not know I was gonna care about bruh that much, yo. Like, and it was just like, bro, who is this? And then when he comes back, you like, oh no, like, bro, ain't no way.
I was having this conversation with one of the guys in the one of our Discord, Darkfather. He was saying that character was kind of similar to Ivo Babowski in the comics. Is like one of Superman's really good friends. He works at a bar, kind of gives Superman a tip on like stuff when stuff's happening. He kind of around the city, he kind of gives Superman a heads up. That's kind of like
Oh,
who that guy was, right? He's like, I got you, Soups, because nobody else went to help that
yeah,
man.
for real.
They're all just kind of looking around. He was like, hey, Soups, I got you, bro. Get up, my guy. What are you doing? He's like, Soups, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm helping you. You need to get about this hole. What are you doing? Get up. You gotta save us, my guy. So it was kind of cool. That little parallel there. The only guy in the whole fucking street that decided to help
Do
Superman.
something, yeah.
But once again, Superman got his ass beat in front of everybody. It's like, damn, that's an L, bro. That's another L. The first L, cool. You know, you kind of landed in near the fortress, so it was all right.
No one really saw
Second
that
L,
L. You know what I mean?
nobody saw that L.
The other L was public.
My guy was up there talking about, hey, it's your final warning, and then left. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really took it to you, bro. Like, that's an L. That is an L, my guy.
Yeah. And I love the way how much thought was put into everything. Like, after he does that, the Hammer of Baravia literally flies all the way back to his hometown just to walk through a portal to get right back to Metropolis. Like, bruh, I love that shit, bro. I love it, bruh, because it's like, you not about to see him going in and out of this building or anything like that, bruh, like, at all.
Yeah. It was well thought out. It was well thought out because even like that, just that small detail, like, he flew all the way back overseas just to hop in the portal, come right back to where we just were. You know what I mean?
Like Lex is taking no chances, bro.
Yeah, like Lex was literally playing chess, man. I was like, you couldn't track him down. Like, all right, you might know I'm at this building, but nobody else knows that. Man might know, but nobody else does.
Yeah.
So yeah,
yep.
the detail there.
With the detail, I think that James Gunn, period, actually, when you really think about even how Peacemaker was, he has a lot of attention to context, right? Yeah. And perspective. He allows characters that are ground level characters give their perspective of what's going on with the superheroes. So even if you were asking why don't people know that, you're gonna know that. You're gonna know why, because he's gonna make a character or something, or the news is gonna be playing, something is gonna happen in order to give you context on that perspective of how the general public feels. Because a lot of the time, like, I think that's a huge issue with the MCU, right? Fans of the MCU always forget that people in the MCU are not aware of all of the events that are happening in the MCU, right? Huge thing that happened with Ironheart recently, right? People are like, oh, why would she say that? It's like, bro, people don't know the full story. Like, in just people in the MCU, someone from Chicago, a teenager from Chicago is not going to know the entire story of Tony Stark. You know what I'm saying? Like, of his feats of being Iron Man, outside of the ones that are even being, led, like, we know about. And we see that the CIA and everybody be lying all the time about shit that be going on. Do you feel me? In those first Iron Man movies, Rhodey is lying all the time on behalf of the government and Iron Man. You feel me? Like, all the time. So I think that
let's even go further with that. Like you said, he's in Chicago.
Yeah.
Some Avenger movies was in New York. Then the motherfuckers went to space. It was on a whole nother planet, bro. We was on Titan.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, why would we know that? Why would anyone know that? So that is, like you said, that is a thing that people can't forget. And it's something that is kind of highlighted here in the Superman films. Like, the people around,
they don't know shit. They're
just in it. That's why, and moving a little bit further in the film, that's why, like, everybody, when Lex finally got the information he needed to try to get Supes, they put that news broadcast out there, and everybody was like, hey, yo, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Everybody was shocked. Even Superman was like, what's going on? And then they show him. Now, I get what they were doing, but I had a little bit of issue with this too. How quickly they all turned on him after he literally just saved their asses from a fucking dinosaur that was breathing fire.
I really like that. I'm not gonna lie. I really like that. I think it shows.
They're like, I mean, you saved us, but, like, bro, for real, you here to take over? Fuck you. I'm like, what? You just saved you.
I like that because it shows how cancel culture is. You know what I mean? That's cancel culture, though. Like, they bro, like, bro. Oh wait, you're here to do what? Oh yeah, bro. It's up. No, it's up, bro. It's up, bro. Nah, kill him. Arrest him immediately, bro.
Underneath the monster, bro, and they're just looking at him like, we can't believe you. How dare you? You're like, what? What? Y'all, what? Really? Superman? That's the timing you want? It's like, bro, he just saved a monster from crushing people. What are you talking about?
That's very true.
Through a whole cannon. What a great throw that was, too. Hit him right in the back of the head. Excellent aim, my guy.
For real.
Popped the fuck out of him. I mean, it didn't mean shit, but, like, of course it didn't hurt. But like it
Mm-hmm.
was the fact that he did it anyway. You know what I mean? He's like, nah, fuck you, Superman. He launched that motherfucker at him. It was a good throw. It hit his target. Hit his
I
target.
really love how Superman saved like a squirrel.
Yeah, yeah.
I love
That's
that shit,
Superman,
bro.
right?
That is so
All life is
Superman,
precious.
bro.
All
Yeah.
life is precious to Superman, right? And it's like, I mean, I get it. People are like that's who Superman is, like saving cats out of trees and shit. That's who he is. That's what
Mm-hmm.
Superman represents. All life is precious, even if you're on demon time. Like
Yeah.
you don't get to that. He wanted to save the monster. He wanted to
Yeah.
save the
He
kaiju.
he
He
was
was
met
he was
when he did his
annoyed that
X-ray
the
vision and
villain,
saw.
he was upset about that shit. Like they was beating his eyes and shit. He was like, "Come on, God, there's got to be a better
Bro,
way than this."
that
They was
bombastic
beating that
side
fucking
eye that
dude.
Mr. Terrific gave him was hilarious. Bro, when they was on the roof and he was like, maybe we can take it to a controlled area and maybe do some tests on it. Mr. Terrific was just side eyeing the hell out of him. Like, boy, if you don't shut the hell up, bro, do you see
Yeah,
what's going
really.
on? We is not about to
Fuck
try
out of here, bro.
to.
But see, the funny thing about that particular scene, it gives you a little bit more context into Superman. With that scene where he was saying taking it to like a controlled area, Superman
Mm-hmm.
actually inside of the Fortress of Solitude has a zoo. Has a zoo. And they're
Mm.
places where they keep, animals like that and shit. So he was trying to take
Okay.
it back there, get it back to a controlled area and study it and shit like that. Because he has it somewhere in the fortress for that. That was like a little nod to what all the shit that's in that fortress. You see how big the shit is, right?
Damn. Yeah.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of different pockets, and they're all
Yeah, I was about to
interconnected and
say
shit.
hella compartments
Mhm.
in that.
The hella compartments where they keep a lot of stuff like that, and so that's one of them. It's a place for like the animals and shit that
Mm.
really shouldn't be out there. And like Rick was like, "Hey, bro, no, no, we're not doing
And killed that thing
that."
immediately, bro. I was like, damn.
Get out of here. Get this shit. Aim for the
um,
eyes. Get this shit out of here, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
and
This is
how did you feel about the Justice Gang, bro? Overall in the movie.
I thought it was great. I thought it was great because for a few reasons. One, it's only a few of them, right? So you can tell
Mm-hmm.
they're still kind of recruiting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that leads us to more future things. Two, they're funded. They all got uniforms, like the Lord Tech stuff, like Maxwell Lord is
Yeah.
funding them, right? Yeah. So they're already recognized. They're you can essentially call them a government agency team, right?
Mm-hmm.
But another thing about them was the banter. I really enjoyed the banter, not even just amongst the three of them, but how they interacted with everyone else, especially with Superman.
Yeah.
Because going back into this, saying how we hit the ground running and everybody knows everybody. All three of them were already familiar with.
I love
They
that
all
they
knew
knew
it.
he was Clark
They
Kent. I
all knew.
love that, bro.
Yeah,
I love.
they knew everything, right? They
They
already
knew
knew what was up.
everything, bro.
They already knew what was up. And like I think one of the scenes that I really liked the most, and it kind of showed how Nathan Fillion is as Guy Gardner and how Guy Gardner he really is, and how
Mm.
Gunn really put the effort and detail into Guy Gardner is right after he found out the leaked video.
Mm.
Man goes into the building. That building also is Simon Stagg Industries. Stagg is another billionaire
Yeah,
founder.
yeah.
His building is the one where the accident that created Metamorpho happened. So that's who was
Oh.
yeah, that was that building that created Metamorpho was from Stag Industry. So that's how all of that's connected, right? So he's in the building.
Okay.
Green Lantern put the draperies over, and they start having a
Mm-hmm.
conversation. And he's like, "Hey man, are you really here to kill us?" And they kind of gets on Superman's nerves. But that's what Guy
Yeah.
is. Guy's an asshole, right? Guy Gardner's such an asshole. He's
And
ready to
bro
kill Super.
embodied that.
And oh yeah, absolutely. And he pissed Supes off, and Supes grabbed him. Supes pulled him up. He was like, "Hey, make a move, Big Blue." He wasn't scared of that shit. That was probably my favorite scene because that is Guy Gardner in a
Yes.
nutshell.
Yes,
He
bruh.
ain't scared of shit. He don't give a fuck
And I
about
loved how
nothing.
he was talking
Man,
about the Green Lantern Corps. Like, bruh, I am a Green
yeah,
Lantern, bruh. I'm not here to
yeah,
play none of them shenanigans, bro.
yeah. I exist to put motherfuckers like you down. What are you talking about? He was with it. Guy Gardner
Bro
was
was with
with it.
it.
He's like, "Man, I work with people to stop people like you. What the fuck you mean you're here to take over? You got some explaining to do, Superman."
Yeah.
So I really like that scene a whole lot because that kind of put in literally just in one scene exactly who and what Guy Gardner is. how he
Mm-hmm.
gets down. Now, listen, I'm more of a punch first, ask questions later type of dude. You
Yeah.
swing, I'm gonna swing back. He said, "Make a move, Big Blue. What's up with it?" I said, "You know what? He challenged him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
probably the only one in that room that would step up to him in that way, right?
Oh
Terrific would
yeah.
have said something, but it would have been a different way he would have did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the one person that was going to go square up with him was going to be Guy Gardner, and he did just that.
I really wanted to see it. I ain't gonna lie. For a second, I was like,
Yeah, man.
"Ooh, I want to see it." I want. But yeah, that was. I loved it, yo. I love Guy Gardner in
Yeah.
this. Like, I think all the trio they are fire together, bro.
Mhm.
Like you said, their
Mhm.
chemistry is incredible. I'm happy that we're gonna see them in Peacemaker. I hope Mr. Terrific is there as well. I feel like he might not be because he was such a high character in this. Like he might not be in that, but also we can see that James Gunn is gonna be James Gunning, bro. Because as we said, they shared the soundstage or whatever for the movie, right? So we
They
knew
did.
that it was
We
gonna be
called it. We
wild, bro.
called it.
So
We called it.
was your theater tripping when they saw Peacemaker come up on
Yeah,
screen, bro?
man.
Because
I was the first one to
everybody
say
was
something.
like,
To me.
"Yeah,
You know
exactly, me
me.
too."
I was the first one to say something. I was loud in the bar. I was sitting in the front too. I was the first one to say something. I was like, "Oh shit, Peacemaker!" I was ready, boy. I was listening. I was like, damn. I was like, since they called this shit, bro, they was on the same. They were setting up the
Literally,
same damn thing. I was like, Peacemaker gotta be in this shit, bro. There was no way he wasn't gonna be in this movie.
no
And
way,
the way they
bro.
fit him in, the way they fit him in was so perfect. He's talking about fucking conspiracy theories.
Yup,
Come on,
as always,
come
bro.
on,
As always.
come on.
It's just him. It's just who he is, yo.
It's
It's
just
just he
now having
can't.
a whole conversation. This man is doing a whole interview about this shit. I was like, yeah, that was it right there. And I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
for real.
we called that one funny. We called that
Oh,
one
that's
funny
right.
right there. There's no way.
DJ's talking about the hypno glasses that was mentioned
Ooh,
in
yeah,
that
that was a good
scene.
one.
That
That
was
was a good one.
dope. Yeah, that
That
was
was a good
dope.
one.
Yeah,
No, because that's from the comics too. That's from the
yeah,
comics too.
yeah.
That's boy,
And they didn't say
boy.
that wasn't true. You know what I mean? They were like,
Yeah,
they were basically saying that that's what happens, bro. Like it's
yeah,
basically
yeah,
canon. Like
yeah.
yo,
Fucking Gardner even said it. He was,
yeah.
and the way he was trying to, she was like, "Don't lead with your secrets." And he just kept going with the shit. He was just like, so you know he's
You
Clark
know
Kent.
he's Clark Kent. Like, what are you doing?
Just gave it away, man. If she didn't, she does now. But in that scene, another great part of that scene, since we're talking Easter eggs,
Yep,
DJ,
yep, yep.
Hall of Justice, right? Everybody knows that's the actual location. That's literally what the Hall of Justice was built on in the comics. Was that
Yeah,
specific location?
which is
And
crazy.
inside that location, if you noticed, they're still moving in.
Mm-hmm.
There's still shit that was unpacked, right? There's still
Yeah.
plastic bags and shit. They're not even like in that building yet, right? You could tell that they just got there, which
Yeah,
means
I think they were even
we'll
still
see
putting the
all this
name
stuff.
on the building
They were
and
still
stuff
putting
too.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. So there's still you could tell that there's going to be more members,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're just the only ones that are there right now. They
Yeah,
had
very
space for
true.
more. And then you could see on the walls they had pictures of, and we also said this, we would see something like this.
Yep, yep,
The heroes of the past. The
yep.
Justice Society. You saw Wildcat was probably the most visible one
Mm-hmm.
on those murals. There's like C.A.G.E, there's who's Flash, there's Wildcat, there's Dr. Fate. Basically, almost the entire JSA is visible on those photos that they're hanging up, right? They're putting this stuff, they're still moving in. So there's still
Yeah.
stuff to go up, and everybody knows at the Hall of Justice, they do have pictures of
Mm-hmm.
yesteryear's heroes. And going back to something that we always said, because we knew that
It was
metaheroes
gonna
have
be
always
300
existed
years.
for
Yep.
years. We said this, and y'all can go back and find the footage. We said
Mm-hmm.
this on this very channel. We are probably going to see the JSA in some way
Yep.
because we know that these guys have been here. We're 300 years, so there's no way we go without mentioning them in some form or fashion.
Very true.
Lo and behold, they got them right there on the wall for us to see.
Bro, that is crazy. And that's something I didn't even see until you pointed it out on the Discord, because I was so locked in
crazy,
I was just hyped to see the Hall of Justice. I was like, oh hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like,
You know what I
I was
mean?
just
So
on them looking. I'm like, damn, they're not even like fully moved in yet. There's still shit that's unpacked.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? They're not even fully moved in. I'm like, oh shit, is that the JSA? The JSA. I was like,
Which
bro,
is
we
it's
called
just
this shit. We
crazy.
told y'all this shit was coming, man. We told y'all. With
And it's
this
going
much
to just
history,
keep being crazy, because I was about to say,
we're
yep.
gonna get more of that. We're gonna get more of that because there's so much history that we're just stepping in at this point of it. It's already been going on for 300 years, which leads me to another person,
Mm-hmm.
Vandal Savage.
Yes.
300 years
He
ago.
gotta be somewhere, bro. He
You
gotta
know what I'm saying?
be.
He's got to be. He's literally like in Marvel universe, like the birth of the meta humans came from the Celestials, right? The dead
Oh,
Celestials
yeah,
that
yeah,
died
yeah.
and all of that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and kind of
The blood went into
I
the
don't want to say
ground and all that.
intoxicated the soil, but like that's what
Mm-hmm.
happened, right? Before humanity, and then that's how we got the metahumans and on to the
Yeah.
X-Men and then all of those things, right? So in the DC lore, there's a one man that is basically the birth of people, and that's Vandal Savage. Like all the metahumans come from him. They actually did it in I think it was Young Justice where they kind of
Hell
not
yeah, it was
100
Young
animals.
Justice, buddy.
Yeah, but they really whipped back in time and really showed like this dude's life from the very
Mm-hmm.
beginning, and then how he basically fathered humanity and the meta genes and all of this. So he is the reason metahumans exist. So I do believe at some point in time, we got to get Vandal Savage out here.
Yeah,
Got to get
I
Vandal
agree.
Savage out here. And that also locks in step with Hawk Girl and all of her different
Mm-hmm.
reincarnations. Because we know the
Facts.
story that's locked in with her and Hawkman and Vandal Savage. So there's a lot at play here. And if
Yeah.
you don't know, now you know, you're welcome. We got you here. But
Yep.
there's a lot to look forward to in those regards for the purists out there. Right. So there's something to
Mm.
look forward to.
Very true.
There's some stuff they can play with here. If everything hits the way it's supposed to hit, yeah, we can really get some good stuff in the future, man. But that
For
scene
real.
right there, man, showing all of that gave us a lot. That gave us a lot. And I was hyped. I was hyped to see that shit. I was like, boy, we called it. We sat right here on this channel and we called this shit. We kept telling y'all.
Literally, bro.
I
It's
was hyped,
crazy.
bro. I was
We
like,
was really
oh, we
talking
did
about
it,
it
bro.
for a fat minute. Like, yo, it's gonna like
Literally, dog.
they are gonna
Literally,
be there. Like,
we talked about how they could do it, how they can go
mm-hmm.
back in time, how it's not really going to be after this first wave. It's not going to be completely linear.
Mm-hmm.
Characters they can use to do it, like
Yeah.
Flash and Booster Gold. You know what I mean? Like we can really go back and see all of this stuff, and it's like, oh, we were right. We were right about this, man.
Yeah. And it was just beautiful, yo. I loved Hot Girl as well. She wasn't
I
like
really,
prevalent in the movie, but I liked her character very much. Like I was like, oh yeah, this Hot Girl is about to be on Demon Time.
she's gonna be crazy. And
And
now
Hot
remember when
Girl
we talked
most of
about
the
this
time is
girl,
on Demon Time. I like that Hot Girl that be on
Demon Time.
Demon
I mean,
Time.
she's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
blue, still rough.
Exactly.
She straight up ass. You know what I mean? Like,
Which
he
was
is not alive,
crazy.
bro. There's no way he's not alive. She's like, yeah, I'm not Superman. Let me show you.
They was tripping about Superman putting that nigga on a cactus, and she straight up murdered bro. So
Hey, you gonna kill me? Superman would never kill me. Not Superman though. So here's the proof. Bruce is
Mhm.
my guy. Like
Adios.
something I really liked about her, when we talk about the details that Gunn was kind of putting into this was
Mm.
every in her fight while she was fighting, she was letting out her sonic scream,
Yeah.
sonic cry when she was fighting. Like I thought that
Yeah.
was so dope. It's a small detail, but still,
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
It's
Just
like
something like that. Like, oh, come on. All right, that's cool. That's
that is the
cool. So
shit
that
that you just don't get usually, man. That'd be the first thing to go. It's
yeah,
like, oh yeah, we can't have her do that. That's that. No, we cut
yeah,
out the scream.
yeah. Keep
No
the sonic
scream.
scream shit out. Those little
Yeah.
things that you get from like the comics and shit, like that was so cool. So that
Yeah.
kind of stuff kind of makes you just appreciate the air and that goes with some of these characters. So I thought that was pretty cool.
For real. It was. And I agree. I definitely agree with that because they had a lot of those little moments with every character. Yet again, like at least all of those superhero adjacent characters, Green Lantern had a lot of those moments where it was like when they were fighting the giant fifth dimensional imp, and then he brought out the bat, and then just was like boom, and it was like I was like, yo, he used the green, he did the, like, bro, like it's just crazy, just seeing all those things
In the
happen. It was
background
wild.
was crazy. He just
He was in the
beating the dope off
background,
the track.
bruh. I was so fed up when people started saying I can't believe Superman didn't help them in that fight. I was like, y'all wasn't
I'm serious.
watching
I was like,
because
bro,
the
are you
Justice
serious?
Gang was whooping that thing's
Bro,
ass, bro.
the
All
black
up and
motherfucker. Oh,
that,
he like, they don't even need me. Just some
bro. They
fifth
don't
dimensional
need
imp.
me,
They don't need me. They got it. He
bro.
got the
Knew they
gun
had it,
clean off. He got
bruh.
clean off on it. And the crazy part is, they said that shit in passing too, but that's major. A fifth dimensional imp,
Uh
it's major too.
huh.
I
Yep.
already mentioned Bat Knight and
Oh
Peacemaker.
yeah, and Peacemaker.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
forgot
So
about that shit. Yeah.
that just further confirmation that we got fifth dimensional imps in this motherfucking universe too.
Like,
Like,
bro,
come on,
yeah.
come on now. Like,
And just
and
just
throw
on
this shit
that
out there and
alone.
we start to catch it, bro. So
Yes, bro.
we got
That's
to
what I
catch
wasn't.
it, bro.
That's the thing right there is we talked about it at the top of the stream, right? There was not a lot of lore in this movie, but there is lore in this movie in
Yeah,
conversation, right? It's
the
like
conversation.
it's just
Yeah.
passing conversation. This is known. He was just, and he was talking to Lois too, mind you. Like Lois is just a regular person in the universe, and he's like,
Conversation.
it's just a fifth interdimensional imp. You feel me? They got it. They good. Don't even worry about it. And she like, don't worry about it. Like, but it's just a Tuesday for him. Like, bro, this universe is turned, bro. This universe is turned. We not
Oh,
prepared, bro.
it's nuts,
And that's how it
bro.
be in the
True.
comics, right? Like you
Yeah,
got
it's
Gotham,
always
and
been
it
the
is
same.
just a
It's
super
always been
dark,
the same.
brooding, always raining, crazy shit's going on there. And then you got Metropolis, and they're getting attacked every other week by some crazy shit. Bruh, I think that shit was set up. I think this universe is gonna be wild. I don't think we're ready for any of the
Um,
shenanigans that are gonna be up for play, bro. Like that Lantern show is going to be that is gonna be a pivotal moment for the DCU. That Lantern show is
agreed.
because
Agreed.
I don't think there's gonna be like I think there's gonna be humor in it because one, Hal Jordan is he has humor to him, obviously.
Yeah,
John
yeah,
Stewart
yeah,
is usually the more serious one, if you really want to talk about, their characters and stuff. Even the new John Stewart animated movie for the Tomorrowverse, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
My boy is mad
yeah.
serious the whole time.
Yeah,
Like
he is not going, bro. He is not going.
he's not going for it, bro.
He
Like
is
he's
not
not
going, bro.
going. So I'm
Straight
really
up.
excited to see that movie because I think there's gonna be a ton of passing lore like that too. Like just imagine the random things that Hal Jordan can just say offhandedly that will bring context to the universe. You know what I mean? Like there's so many conversations and things that can just be mentioned just by bro. Like, and this is gonna be like, oh damn, all right, well there you go. Like that, like there you go.
No, no, that's an excellent point. That is an excellent
Yeah.
point because like just going forward, what we're gonna get, just this subtle world building in those conversations, right? So now we're establishing a fifth dimensional imp. So we're establishing another dimension. So now we're
Yeah.
establishing the multiverse, right?
Yep.
All of that in one conversation.
Yeah. Literally. Literally.
One conversation. So if we didn't catch it when this dude went through a fucking portal to get back to Metropolis,
Yeah.
because what he crossed through a different
Yeah, he crossed
places
through a
to do that.
pocket dimension that Lex Luthor
Pocket
made.
dimension,
Like what?
okay. We then get this in conversation of a fifth dimensional imp. Fifth dimension.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, bro.
We're already talking multiple dimensions here.
Uh-huh.
Just within conversation and just a passing of scenery. Then we get all the way in the pocket universe, which we saw in the trailers. We
Crazy.
kind of figured that's what it was going to be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're already in the pocket, and we find out that Lex built this shit. But there's information out there for you to access pocket universes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in my thought process, and then seeing how far they went with it, and that's why I put in my review, I didn't think anyone knew how far they would go with the pocket dimension part of this. They
Yeah.
went really far with it, not even just showing it, but even just the information about it, right? When Mr. Terrific is like going off about everything a pocket dimension is, like he has incredible knowledge about it. He's like, Lex knows about, of course, Lex knows to do this shit.
Yeah.
Because these are like the smartest guys out here, right?
Exactly.
And they have a wealth of knowledge about this specific thing. So they both know this shit exists and it shouldn't be this accessible. And you see why it shouldn't be accessible because shit goes wrong. And
Very
Mr. Terrific
wrong.
literally says, "This is why you don't make pocket dimensions." He literally says that shit. But like the way, what really surprised me is that how big of a part of the movie it was. I
Mm.
wasn't expecting that pocket dimension to hold, because it was literally a setting for us in this film. It was a
Yeah,
setting.
yeah, yeah.
Like we spent a good amount of time
That's
in this
very
pocket
true.
dimension. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like something short, something sweet. You know what I mean? No, no, no. We were there for a minute. We had a
Yeah, it was,
sequence in there.
and they made that an entire plot point too, for real, because it was void of
Yeah,
light, so he couldn't be recharged after the kryptonite
to
hit him.
recharge.
Like, yeah, yeah, it was a huge plot. Yeah, that's true. That's very
It
true.
goes back to us saying he was never at full power during this
Yeah,
movie. He's in a universe that was literally devoid of light on purpose.
and then he got hit with the
On purpose.
kryptonite, and he could never like fully recharge like that. You feel
Oh,
me?
so like that really shocked me because I didn't know we were going to spend so much time and this actually be
Mm,
like a plot point of the movie. And
yeah,
that had me thinking that when we get to Peacemaker next month,
I was literally about to. Yes, yes.
because his safe room is in a pocket dimension, right?
Yeah, his dad
And
did
at
the
the
same
end
thing
of
that
that
Lex did on
trailer,
a smaller level.
you see what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. That's what, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying. So like, you know where I'm going. So it's like I think now we'll actually get an answer to the how we getting from past PCEU DCU
Mm,
via these pocket dimensions, right? And we got two peacemakers at the end
yeah,
of that trailer. So
yeah, we did
obviously one of these peacemakers is from the other fucking universe,
for
right?
sure, for sure.
We're going to see those two things from Superman and Peacemaker kind of collide and come to a head here. That's going
Yeah,
to be
that's very
super
true.
interesting to see.
That's very
Super
true.
interesting to see.
I agree. I agree. And there has to be a reason why they connected it in that way as well, to be a pocket dimension when we're gonna have another pocket dimension. Like, yeah, I can see all of that linking in together for sure. DJ says Metamorpho making a mini sun was crazy work. It really was. That shit was awesome, and I love the way that he put together all of the pieces of it. Like, oh, hydrogen, and then he just dropped the mini sun, and then the other people around him was like, "Hey, this guy's doing stuff he's not supposed to." Like,
So
that
it's
shit was
tension.
crazy, yo.
Oh, bruh.
I
I
couldn't
might be able to
believe
get
it.
here together, but here you are.
And then the first thing that Soups does is keep his promise as soon as he feels 100. Breaks the thing out, goes and saves his son. Like, let's go, Soups. Like, bro, yeah. Bro could not lie, bro. Like, he could not lie.
That's
Like,
how
yeah,
Superman
bro.
was. That's how
Exactly.
Superman was.
I love that, yo. I
That was
thought he's oh, David said I thought he had somehow tapped into the Phantom Zone. That would have been lit. That actually would have been a lit thing. That's what I thought as well when Ultraman got sucked into it. I was like, oh, that's like the
no.
Phantom Zone. I was like, oh, that's like like brother in the Phantom Zone now. He's definitely coming back in the future. That's literally what I was thinking in the movie.
So George Lopez, on TikTok got a question that
Yep.
says,
Yeah. Do you
"Do you
think?
think Ultraman will be Bizarro?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just because of what Sensei just said. That
Yeah.
right there. That right there
Yeah.
is how we get Bizarro.
Truth. Ooh, that would be
Everything
yeah, bro.
Just said, that's how we're getting Bizarro.
Yeah, yeah. And I think they can do it, bro. I think everything was built up to be that. You know what I mean? And I like the way that Ultraman was even spun on, because it's Lex Luthor making his own Superman, and it's Ultraman instead of Super, because he's just such a freaking dick. Like, he has to do
Yes,
that in every way.
yes,
Like, oh yeah,
yes.
my guy is Ultra. He's more than Super. He's Ultra. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, like what the
Oh,
hell? Oh, that shit was
Uh,
hilarious.
yeah,
But
man, it was
yeah, man,
perfect. It was
I
perfect.
feel that for sure. I feel that for sure. And how did you feel about that? I'm not gonna lie. When Brett got his mask pulled off, I immediately thought of Henry Cavill. I thought it was Henry Cavill immediately. I did.
That's
I was like,
funny.
"Holy
That's funny.
shit, it's
No,
Henry Cavill!"
no,
And then I looked and I was
no.
like,
It
"Ah,
would be here. That's funny. That's funny because he was smooth facing the motherfucker.
he was
Like, yeah,
smooth
yeah,
fit,
but
bro. The whole, you know what I
the
mean? I was like, "Oh shit!"
best
And he had
part,
the long
yeah, it
hair.
was fair.
I was like, "Oh
I was like,
shit,
yeah,
it's."
yeah. I'm like, you know what, Clark? He look better than you, and he's you. But he was nice as shit, right? You know what I'm saying? But like with that, I think we kind of discussed it on your channel a while back as well. That being the case, that it was going to be the clone, obviously, in
that.
eventually would become Bizarro because that's just the story of how
Mm,
Bizarro is, right?
yeah, yeah,
There's a
yeah,
couple, there's two different origins, and they're kind of combining both of those origins into one. But
yeah.
yeah, and if you're a fan of the Superman mythos, you kind of saw that coming as soon as you saw the mask kind of hanging. You was like, oh, here it comes,
Oh
here it
shit,
comes.
yeah, yeah. I,
Yeah, you was like, all right,
when at the
here we
beginning of the
go.
movie, when the fortress came out of the ground, and Lex was confident that it was gonna happen, I was like, oh, it's a
Yeah,
clone. I was
yeah,
like,
exactly,
immediately, I was like,
exactly.
oh, it's a
That's
clone.
gonna be your
Okay,
first one, right? That's gonna
yeah,
be your
yeah,
first intelligence. And the crazy and the funny part about that scene is engineer didn't even know that shit. She was like,
yeah.
how did you do that?
It
You could
seemed
turn
like
the
no
tower,
one
right?
knew at all,
Yeah.
except
Nobody
yeah,
knew. Only Lex. Only
yeah,
Lex. Superman wouldn't even cognizant of it until he figured it out. Like, how'd you get in here?
yeah.
What you how'd you get access to my shit? So yeah, yeah. That should have been your first clue that yes, this is a clone. Because this can only be opened from Superman's DNA. So if
Mm-hmm.
Lex is able to open this shit, clearly he got Superman's DNA, which leads us to another point about Superman and his clones. Connor Kent,
Mm.
Superboy, also
Yeah.
a clone of Superman.
That's it. That's what I thought too. I was like, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
bruh.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Leading
definitely
next to
leading into
Lex's DNA
Superboy.
and Snoop's DNA, right?
Yeah.
So who's to say Lex doesn't
Especially
tie
because
in?
Lex was talking so much about how stupid bro was. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
He
he
kept
was
saying,
blatantly
oh,
calling
he kept
him.
saying Superman obviously was stupid, but he kept saying Ultraman was dumb as well. He was like, bro, he's like, bro, Ultraman is dumb. So I was like, ooh, is he gonna want to make a smart one that you know what I mean, or
Yeah,
something like that,
yeah. You
like,
see what I'm saying? You see what I'm
and
saying?
then
Like
put his own brains in it this time and make it a,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
bro,
And see, and he even said it off rip. He was a defective clone. I was like, damn, he just gonna downplay him like that. He was like, it's stupid, but he's strong as hell. But but you kind of saw it while he was fighting, right? He had all
yeah,
of Superman's power, especially with the laser vision, the heat vision. You know what I mean? So it was like,
yeah.
all right. So it was all the signs of Daredevil was going to be a clone. And it was like, as soon as it came off, it's like, damn, he got the long locks and shit. Like, damn, Superman, maybe you need to
For
knock this
real,
shit out.
that shit was fire though.
Yeah, bro,
Hey
could
yo,
probably
welcome,
get some
welcome,
money. What are your
welcome to the
thoughts?
super fam, Jamar Curry. Appreciate you for the subscribe,
Hey,
bro. Appreciate
turn
you for
up.
that, G.
But yeah, so I thought that was
Yeah.
probably a telegraphed reveal if you had been paying attention to
Mm-hmm.
things they dropped along the way. If you're a fan of the Superman mythos, you kind of knew that was
Exactly.
coming. But with the black hole scene, yeah, I think that literally keeps the door open for him to return as Bizarro
Mm-hmm.
with the messed up, the deteriorated face. We already knew he was dumb, right? So
Exactly.
maybe he develops his own speech pattern, but it's going to be, not all the way there. It's going to be backwards. He's in a black
Mm.
hole, it's distorted and all that. So yeah, I don't see a reason why we don't get Bizarro sometime in the future.
For real. And since we're already talking about that, let's also talk about. I already know that you don't like this, but we got to talk
Mm.
about Jor-El.
Okay.
Okay, so in the movie, it is revealed. It is okay. When Clark was when Superman crashed on Earth, he had a message from his parents, and he, for the majority of his life, it seems, or at least for the last 3 years, for sure, he has been listening to these recordings of his Kryptonian parents, and they're basically like, "Yo, you are, you're the last son of Krypton, and you can save this world and all this stuff," right? That's the message that he understands at first. That's the only message that he gets. Lex Luthor later breaks into the Fortress of Solitude with the clone that we don't know was the clone at the time, but they break in. They're able to. The engineer goes freaking damn near like binary
Yeah,
and
even Super came in
is
there.
hacking the Kryptonian tech and then unlocks the rest of the message. The rest of the message is then translated by a whole bunch of people and verified by Mr. Terrific. And the rest of the message is basically take over Earth, make a harem, smash all the women you can, murder anyone that gets in your way, and take over the world. Spread your seed, my son. That's basically what they tell him. Um, and then that is why the entire world turns on him because it's like, yo, so you've been getting in our good graces and doing all this awesome stuff just so you can smash all the women and one day conquer us. And that's the play that Lex also makes is like, yo, he's trying to he wants us to be asleep. It's really funny because essentially Lex's entire motive is to stay woke against Superman. Like that's actually really funny to me though. But
That's
it's
funny. That's funny.
he's like, yo, you need to stay woke against these aliens, bro. Like, don't fall asleep to the narrative.
No, that's real. That's for real.
But so he spins the whole thing, and then the whole world turns on Superman. That's also where Peacemaker comes in, where he starts talking about they're interviewing him about asking him how he feels about the harem and all that other shit that's going on, and so on and so forth. So how did you feel about that? When you saw it in the movie and whatnot.
So I wasn't a fan of it. That's changing
Mm-hmm.
literally the lore of Superman, and we saw it happen in My Adventures with Superman. That's what
Oh
happened. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Kryptonians invaded and shit. Even though it's like a different universe where that shit happened, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. But I'm not a fan of changing the lore of characters like that. But I understand, as we said at the top, these people take their liberties, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
happens. So it didn't ruin the movie for me in any way,
It just
shape, or
rubbed
form.
you
I
the
was like,
wrong way. It's just
yeah,
like,
that's
ah. You
wow.
know what? I'm
Like
happy
one
that
of
you
those
brought up My Adventures with Superman because that's what I thought of too. And immediately I went to the message being changed by Brainiac
boom. Okay.
because
So he
it glitched. It literally glitches
it
so
glitched.
bad.
It glitched.
And I was like,
Right.
ooh, wait a minute. So it made me feel like
So
maybe that was literally altered. So while he was being raised or whatever would happen in that ship, he would watch it and then think that he was supposed to follow whatever his parents was saying to him and actually try to conquer, but it's actually just Brainiac doing Brainiac things. You know what I
right.
mean?
Right. And it's funny. It's funny because that sort of plot line in a roundabout way was pulled from the comics. I think it's Superman Birth, right? Maybe where
Mm.
Lex was actually planning a fake Kryptonian invasion to try to
Oh.
to try to basically discredit Superman. So like that whole little thing kind of put me in that mindset too, because like okay, even though everybody verified that the footage
Yes.
was
Yeah.
legit, you know what I mean? But like what if, you know,
Yeah.
Lex doctored that shit, right? And it's like didn't all of that was like straight out was like another panel, literally panels from the comic, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
even the way the engineer hooked up to the Kryptonian computer
Yes.
almost
And
it
then started
transformed a little bit
litting.
and
Yes.
started like even that's a literal panel from the comics, right? That's
That
like
shit
that
was so
literal
hard.
panel from panel to screen. Like that's a
Bro.
literal comic panel in one of the comics. And that was pretty dope to see her like she literally damn near transformed off of the juice from the
Yeah.
Kryptonian computer, right? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And so from that to get from that to this other comic point where Lex was going to try to fake a Kryptonian invasion based off of that shit. It's kind of cool to that gun kind of connected those two together, two different, completely different comics,
Yeah.
and meet at this one point here. So it was like,
Mm.
while I didn't like it, but I understood the
Yeah.
logic behind it and how it fit to what we're
Yes.
doing,
Yes.
and the
Yes.
fact that we can link it back to My Adventures with Superman, where we can like,
Mm.
well, maybe Brainiac, but we see they don't really give us details on how it all went down, right? It's like Lex got the footage, then he released the footage, right? He's like,
Yeah.
I can fix it. But what if she misinterpreted? the
Mhm.
Kryptonian language, right? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's very true.
Or what if there's, I mean, even though there's all these other, certified linguists out here, who knows the Kryptonian language for real?
Yeah, how do they know that that's
You
what's
know what I
being?
mean? Like, there's only one Kryptonian on the planet currently. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and it's like it's
We
not
just
like
don't
the
know.
Kryptonian
And it's
language has
like,
just been out there for years or anything, bro.
we
Like,
just out here speaking Kryptonian and shit. So like, how can you verify who's verifying it? You know
yeah.
what I mean? How can that be verified from the verifiers? So there's a
Hmm.
lot of nuance there that kind of is left out that can be led to, well, okay, maybe the footage is doctored a little bit, but in the grand scheme of things, it really didn't matter
Yeah.
because by show of act, by leading by example, Superman proved that that shit don't matter. So it was kind of a
Hmm.
moot point, but still, it is something to kind of keep in the back of your mind because there could be more with that particular thing. Because, like we said, on my Adventure Superman, it was all shit Brainiac did. He even brainwashed girl
Yeah.
into thinking that stuff too, right? And
Yeah.
so, and then right here in Superman Birthright, he was going to fake a whole invasion to try to discredit Superman.
So there's a
So
lot of
it is
areas that they
there.
could go. There's a lot of
Yeah,
angles here. Yeah, for real.
it's there that we can still play with in the future. Like Lex is just
Hmm.
locked up, y'all. He ain't dead or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't get
True.
out.
True.
You know what
Very
I mean?
true.
It's
He
not
is
over
not
for Lex.
staying in jail.
Like it's not over for Lex. It's not the first time he'll be locked up. It won't be the last time. He gets out of prison all the time. So there's still a little bit to play with there. So when I went back and started thinking on that terms, I was like, well, all right, well, I kind of get it, and then ultimately it didn't matter to, at least for this particular film, it didn't really matter. Superman kind of just
Hmm.
beat the allegations, so to speak,
Yeah.
right? And
And
so, and
I'm
that
I'm
leads to the
excited to
improvement.
explore that
And
with Superwoman as well, or Supergirl as well. Like I
mm,
think we're gonna explore
mm,
that. I definitely think that when with her own
mm,
movie, we are going to explore Krypton and the Kryptonian stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if
agree.
we get. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Krypton blowing up scene from that movie. Save the origin story for Supergirl since people don't know
Facts,
it.
facts, because
So you
Supergirl
just put it
is
all
technically
there.
older.
Yeah,
Supergirl is
exactly.
technically older
Yeah, so
than Cap,
when all of that
right?
was going down, she was old. So you can just
That's what
show
I'm saying.
Superman getting sent to Earth from in that movie where she's older. You know what I mean? From her
Mhm.
POV. And then
Exactly.
you can
Exactly.
build off of that
There's,
there.
there's,
I,
there's
I
ways
think
to cook with that.
bruh.
There's ways to cook with that. You're
Bro,
right.
there's
There's
so
ways
many
to cook
ways to
with that.
cook with that, bro.
So
Yeah.
Gunn set it up and put it in a good position story wise, where you can kind of take a bunch of different angles, and they set up her story as well with a
Yeah.
simple. Well, she likes to party on planets with the red sun, so she
Yeah.
can get drunk.
Yep. And it's
And that's
like, bro,
literally
that's exactly how we start Woman Up
that's
tomorrow, bro.
exactly how
Like,
we woman up tomorrow, bro. She's celebrating her 21st birthday. She wants to get drunk,
yo, fire.
so she hops in a spaceship and goes
Yep.
to another planet with a fucking red sun. So now this the literal setup with a sentence. One
Bruh.
sentence. And we find out that Crypto is not Superman's dog, it's Supergirl's dog. The Woman of Tomorrow story is literally Supergirl and Crypto.
And the crazy part is he was so aggressive with her and she was just laughing.
Oh, and she was
Like
just
he
laughing,
grabbed
right?
her and was just wow, wow, like slamming her into the ground. The ground
Oh,
was
yeah, like,
breaking and
yeah.
cracking.
And everything is like, well, now this makes sense. While he was beating the fuck out of Superman,
Oh.
he was like, bro, chill out.
Yeah,
You get why Crypto is the way he is. It's like, it makes sense.
very true.
Also,
DJ says
bitch,
I forgot that's what she said. Nigga, that shit was so.
oh,
Yo, she was
watch
hilarious.
this film.
And
This is
Millie
funny.
Alcock looked hella good as Supergirl. I was like, holy
Perfection.
shit.
Perfection, dog.
Yo, I
Perfection.
could not believe it. Yo, I was like, damn, this is insane. But DJ said my opinion is it's mistranslated. I think the robots and Kara will help clear up the mistranslation. Think about it. Terrific is the one that mentioned the expert linguistics, but like you said, those experts don't actually know Kryptonian. They are just making educated guesses. That's very true.
Yep. There's a margin for error there that's pretty large. There's a
Yeah.
pretty large margin for error right there. So yeah, I like that. I like that.
But also, it is possible that aliens have been on Earth before. So they may know just other alien languages.
Hmm, that's a good point.
Be- because, I mean,
That's a good point.
look, you got Green Lantern. You got multiple Green Lanterns already on Earth. So we know
Already on Earth.
that there
Yeah,
is more out there than just this.
that's a
Especially
really
if
good
niggas
point.
ain't surprised about fifth dimensional imps. So,
That's exactly what I'm about to
you
say.
know,
That's exactly what I'm about to say.
so it's like,
We
I
were
don't think
talking
aliens
earlier about this
also
being
being
Earth.
on Earth. Well, I mean, if we're getting super duper technical, we know we do know about aliens because of Peacemaker, and there were like there was a whole alien invasion that was happening.
They
So
were hunting aliens. They were hunting
yeah,
during the invasion. You're right. You're right.
yeah. So
You're right.
I guess you know what I mean. Again, it can go
You're
either
right.
way.
You're right.
I,
There's a lot of nuance there. There's a lot of nuance there. So that is interesting. That is very, very interesting how you can kind of dissect it, but it still leads to more questions, right?
yeah.
It's very interesting.
Especially
That is
because I think
interesting.
the Suicide Squad is also technically canon, and they had Starro, who
Yeah,
was an alien. So, you know what I
also an
mean?
alien. Correct.
Like, so
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure aliens are like possibly known about actually. So
yeah,
it
yeah.
wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibility that they are able to use some type of or
You know what's
understand
crazy? You know what's
something.
crazy? Since we're on that subject, when we're talking about aliens and
Hmm.
the very strong possibility that they have knowledge of other aliens,
Yeah.
what about the Daxamites? The
Ooh.
sister, the brother planet to Krypton, where
Yeah.
Mon-El is from,
Yeah.
also speak Kryptonian.
Very true. Very true. No, that's very true. I wonder if we get
That
some
is
of that in
very interesting.
Supergirl as well, though, because that I feel like that could be
That's
somewhere where
true.
we explore. I feel like Supergirl is gonna explore a lot of stuff. I mean, it's gonna be
I
our
agree.
space movie basically, so it's gonna be
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
that going on.
yeah. We're going to be in a lot of different locations, and it's going to be a lot of cosmic shit, a lot of cosmos shit. We're going to be
That's not James Gunn, is
traveling
it?
in a spaceship from planet to planet, right? So
That's
that's
not
a
a
very
James
cool.
Gunn movie, is it? Like he didn't write that,
No, no, no,
direct
no,
it, or
no, no.
anything, right?
It's somebody else's. It's somebody else is doing it, and they've already filmed
Okay,
it and shit. So,
okay,
but yeah,
cool, cool.
that's a very good point.
Yeah, bro. I'm like,
We got a lot to go on with this
we
shit. We
got a
got a lot
lot
to
to
go
go,
on.
bro. I can't wait to watch this movie again and again and again,
Man,
bro. That's how I feel, bro.
we got a lot. We got a lot to go on with
We
this.
got a lot to go on, bro.
It's
Because
crazy.
I mean, especially with Green Lantern talking about the Lantern Corps and them just calling him
Man,
Green Lantern and not even calling him Guy Gardner. That itself goes to show that they might even that Hal Jordan might not be sanctioned to this quadrant of anything. You know what I mean? So
Guy is here.
that
Guy is here.
yeah, Guy is here, and there's only
Guy is here.
one for
You're right. Yeah,
every
you're right.
for you
You
know
might not
what I
even be
mean.
out there at all. You're right. You're right.
So he might
I
just
may be in a
be
whole different section.
and that might be why he comes to Earth is because Guy dies in between from
Yeah,
here to
he
there,
knows. He
bruh.
knows they come because somebody's murdered, right? Somebody's
Somebody's
dead.
getting
It's
murdered
got
for
to
the
be
Lantern
somebody they
Show.
care about. It's got to be
Yep,
somebody they care about. Because why else are the Green Lanterns coming to fucking Earth? We
yep,
already got one here.
yep. Unless we do the whole Green Lantern movie thing where it's like bruh crashes and dies and then his ring goes and
Yeah,
finds someone or
that's true
whatever,
too.
we could do that.
That's true too. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah. There's a reason for them to come. So
Mm-hmm. Man,
that's fair.
I'm just thinking about
Wow.
that Tomorrow versus Green Lantern movie. They absolutely cooked with that shit.
Oh
Like
yeah, they went
that
crazy.
movie was
Went crazy with that. Went crazy
that
with that.
movie
That was a
was
really good one. It's a
wild.
strong movie. It was a strong movie.
That was a strong movie, buddy.
It was a very strong
Uh,
movie.
but yeah, yeah. Let's see. What else? What else can we talk about here? We talked about so much.
Right. We pretty much covered the film in its entirety, almost.
Yeah, almost. Let me see. Let me see. Mr. Terrific was a banger, bro.
My favorite
Mr.
character of the entire movie.
Terrific.
My favorite character, because like it was just everything he did was timely. Everything was on
Hmm.
point. Even his one-liners, it felt like a comic book. Like he had these
Yeah,
one-liners that you would read on a page of a comic. You know what I'm
for
saying?
real though.
And then
Yeah.
he was hilarious, but he was serious. He was so serious, but it
And
was
that's what made it
hilarious.
funny is because He was
It was dead
so
ass.
serious that shit was hilarious because
It was
my
dead
boy
ass.
was not playing
You brought
about
your
nothing.
dog. Oh, like, yes, we brought the dog, bro.
he
Yeah, we brought it. He do not like crypto. Crypto kept fucking shit up for him. Crypto kept fucking shit up for him, bro. But
really
let's talk
did.
about this scene, bro. Let's talk about the scene where he pulls up with Lois.
Oh my
You ready? Let's go.
god. We got to talk about it, okay?
He
And
pulled
I
up.
want okay. He
Yeah,
pulled
yeah.
up and bruh literally just was like, "Don't even worry," basically,
Yeah,
and
I ain't here to
and
talk.
put a bubble around him, bro. Like that bubble that he just placed, and the way my nigga just jumped out of the bubble and just went to work.
Went
Oh
to
my
work.
god, that
Went to work. Went to work, bro. I was like, oh shit. And he just caught it and flew up in there with the other
yo,
one.
bruh. I
And let
love
it
how
roll
he
back.
did
I'm like,
not
what the
interact with
hell?
the bubble again. That was fire. He started jumping. He was flying over the bubble, going over it,
Bro, he
bruh,
ain't touch the
throwing
bubble again.
shit. Never
Everyone
touched the
tried to touch
bubble
it,
again,
got caught up in it. Oh,
bruh.
he was getting
Hell
touched, bro.
Bro, oh
I
my
loved it.
god, bro. I couldn't
I
believe it.
loved
I was
it.
literally losing my shit when he was going crazy.
Bro, I was in
And
the
I
fucking
would say
I was
that was the
still, but
most
I was
gun
applauding,
part
bro.
of it, right? Like, I think that was like one of the only
Yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy-esque things, like, in the movie,
I
really,
agree.
is
I
that.
agree.
Like, that
I
fight
agree.
scene, like, the one take that gun tries to go for with the wide angle lens and the
Uh-huh.
da-da-da-da-da-da.
Uh-huh.
Yes, bro.
That was it.
That
That was
was
it.
it, bro.
That
And it was
scene to me,
beautiful.
that scene put it on the level with the Batfleck warehouse scene where he's just kicking everybody's ass in the hallway.
Yes,
He don't say
bro.
nothing. He walk up in there. He's like, "Oh, it's a fight. Let's go."
Let's
And he
go.
solos 4 motherfuckers in that one room, bro. He
Yeah,
put
bro.
motherfuckers through the floor, put motherfuckers through the wall. He
It
took them down the
was.
stairs.
It
Oh
was
my!
blowing
He
shit
punched
up. Now
them
that
bitches.
shit was
He
crazy.
punched the motherfuckers face down into the, and he did a scorpion off the punch. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
"Oh my
was
god, that's
brutal.
where we were. That's where we
Yeah,
were with this scene, dog." Like
for real.
the Matt Reeves, the Batman Batmobile scene.
Oh yes,
That kind of that. That's where we were with
yes,
that shit, bro. That's where we were
absolutely.
with that shit. That gas,
And
bro. I was like, oh, this
and
is
it was,
nuts.
bro. And everybody was
This
getting their ass whooped left and
bro.
right. I was like, oh,
You had
buddy.
solo the whole camp. You solo
Yeah,
the
bro.
whole camp to the people. These were soldiers. These
And
are
they was
soldiers. These are
they was in the Lex gear too. Like
people.
they was the ones that got the rockets and the height and strength
Yes,
and all that shit because
these
they're
are the
basically in
people that
Iron Man
fought Call of
suits,
Duty. Bro, oh, he
bro.
soloed them. He walked in there and was like, final warning. Nigga, who said I came to talk? What you mean? I ain't here to talk.
I
Ain't nobody came to
ain't
talk.
I ain't here to
Nobody
converse,
came to
nigga.
talk. What you mean? What you mean? Hey, this is not a conversation. I'm pulling up. Y'all can step aside or get beat the fuck up. All right, so we're doing this the hard way, bet. And whooped ass. That
Yeah,
was a
bro.
fire thing, bro. And like,
Yeah, that was
there was
bro.
no way. I'm glad they left that out the trailers. I'm glad. Like they showed
For
like bits
real.
and pieces of it, right? But
Yeah,
you can see the Terrific's in a fight and he's surrounded. That's all you see in the trailer.
yeah.
In a fight and he's surrounded. And you're like, all right, and you can see the T-Spears. You're like, oh, he's gonna get loose of T-Spears. That's cool. No,
But it's just like,
no,
bro.
no. It is totally different. Yeah, totally different. No, the trailer did
That
not do that shit,
oh,
bro.
uh,
Whoa.
he
Oh man,
was
that was
on
fantastic.
demon time, bro. That shit was
Man.
fire.
And then just continued on like it didn't shit happen. Just walked on. It's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah,
Damn. Remind me not to get on your bad side, bro.
for real.
Full circles. He's like, I call T-Sphere, bro.
Cosmotron, they're called T. He said, "This is not a circle, my boy." That shit had me, bro.
What do you mean? Circle? It's two-dimensional. Fuck out of here. Talking about, man.
Like, you better get with the
It's sphere,
program.
bro. It's a three-dimensional object. I mean, it took him back to elementary school. Like, circles are two-dimensional. What are you talking about? Those are flat.
Cosmotron said Mr. Terrific was great. He was hilarious. Darrell said Mr. Terrific over Darwin. Over Darwin is diabolical.
Facts. They did Darwin so dirty, bro. They did Darwin. That's probably the worst comic book death of all time, bro. A man whose literal power is to not die, died first. Bro,
Oh, That was
Worst comic book
crazy.
death ever, bro.
For real, for real.
I'm still mad about it. It's been like 20 years. I'm still mad about
Yeah,
that
bro.
shit,
We
bro.
can't. We ain't never gonna be able to let that one go because that was just
Man, he never
ridiculous,
gonna get that
bro.
down, bro. I'm so happy he got this vindication because what
For
the
real.
fuck?
Hey, if Gunn is gonna do anything, it's Cook with a black character though, bro. That's all.
I'm
That's
trying
what
to
I'm
tell
gonna
you,
say
bro,
though.
because they did my boy dirty in X-Men.
He, bro.
Immediately.
Yeah,
Oh,
because bro from Peacemaker that ended up being an alien. He was fire as well.
all right. He sure was.
Bro was
Exactly.
dope as hell in that shit, bro.
Vindication.
Yeah.
Vindication. Like why did they do my people like this, man? Why they do him like this? That was Rowan. For a reason.
Yeah.
Come on, like everybody knows what the fuck Darwinism is. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Except the staff on the X-Men. Bro, like it's like the whole they couldn't allow comics on set showed. You
Facts.
killed
Oh
a
my god.
grown man whose power is to not die,
Yeah.
to
True.
adapt to everything.
My
They
guy
said
Lewis said
adapt to
enjoyed
what?
the film and David enjoyed the film. David, Rachel, and Nicholas crushed it. Oh yeah, bro. Lex, bro. That's what we got to talk about. And is Lex, bro. We definitely got to talk about Lex next because bruh was on demon time.
Oh, he was so
Angel
evil.
says Superman got kicked in the balls by Ultraman. Oh,
That happened. That
that did
happened.
happen. That did
That's a
happen.
fact. That
Yep.
happened.
People be so cringed out when someone gets hit in the nuts, yo. They hate that shit. I'm like,
Hey,
hey, bruh, that is a move in fights. I don't know if y'all know, but when people,
listen.
I've seen, look, I'm not even gonna talk about that. I'm gonna just say, I've seen if John Wick can kick someone in the nuts and it's okay, then well, we shouldn't be complaining here. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying.
That shit gonna take. This will never be better than Deadpool or Logan. All right. You
Okay,
have a good
that's
day,
fine.
Angel. You have a
Fine.
good day, Angel. So
Not
let's
sure where
talk
that came
about
from. Not sure where that came from.
who the hell was talking about either of those.
I don't know where that came from, but that's fine. I don't think we're debating that. I don't think we're even. I don't. All right.
That wasn't even a conversation that was
Listen,
happening.
man.
Um,
Thank you for your contribution to the channel.
I was like,
What you talking
my,
about, man? All right.
um, but that boy Lex was on demon time, bro. Like Lex Luthor in this movie, he got to go down as a generational hater, bro. Like I don't think
Oh,
we've had a hater like this of this generation. Literally, I don't think there's been a hater of this generation that is on par with bro, because he was
that guy's
tweaking.
pure evil. Pure evil, dog. This man was locking ex-girlfriends up in a pocket dimension. Like what?
Like from prom night, son. Like what are we doing?
Genius. Like, oh, talk about a grudge. My guy. That is insane, dude.
Bro is on demon time, bro. I couldn't
Got
handle it.
government people locked away, aliens, and ex-girlfriends. What?
Every time he started talking, I was like, "Oh, this nigga is evil,
This man
bro."
is evil. My man said, yeah, whatever. My man said he chose them over me. Let them die. He was going to destroy the whole city. Let me know when the rift reaches a city that I care about.
Like, what the hell are you talking about?
My man was ready to take out the world.
Bruh, the entire world, no holds bars, bro. Like he was just,
They chose
bro,
him. They chose him. They can die with him.
bro is
That tells
straight
you
on demon
his
time.
motivation, right? And he admitted it. He admitted he was jealous. He was envious. He was mad
Yeah,
that they chose an alien over an American-born man, right?
yeah,
We're getting a little political with this a little bit, right? He
yeah.
was very upset. He was like, "Yo, this dude ain't even. You don't even go here, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, you're not even from here. You know what I'm saying?
Bro ain't
Like,
even got a birth
what the
certificate.
I said, I lived it my whole life. I done built the shit up. Like, I'm. This is my shit. Like, what? How you gonna? I am Metropolis. Metropolis is me. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
It's like they
Bro, it's
chose
like as
that
long
dude.
as I'm
Nah,
alive, Metropolis is, bro. You
I
like,
mean, yeah, I'm done with this. Y'all can all go. I was like, dang, that is next level hate. Next level hate,
bro.
bro. Because he
Bro
tried
was
to he
on
tried to
demon
clear
time.
his thing. It didn't work.
I
God,
really couldn't believe it, bro. I was like, this. He is a generational hater, bro. He was
bro, top
not.
tier.
He was not going for any of it, bro. He was not going for
Oh,
any of it, man. And then it
he
was
was
so
so
beautiful to
upset.
hear him be like, "Yo, I'm gonna kill everyone you care about. Maybe I'll go after that Clark Kent next." Like, you stupid motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Bro,
Like,
you're so smart, but you're not smart enough.
it's you
You're
right
so
there,
smart.
ain't you? Like,
Almost had it. Almost
I
had it.
also noticed that he didn't drop the "I'm gonna kill your parents" line in the actual movie. That was something that was only in the trailer.
Yeah, they left it
I,
out, didn't they?
yeah. He didn't say, "I want to
Wow.
know who raised you so I can kill him" or whatever. Like, they spliced that up, right? They spliced up, "I want to know who raised you" with, "I'm gonna find everyone you know and kill them," and they
Yeah,
like made
yeah,
it a complete, like, bro. They just flipped so much stuff on its head like that, and I was like, damn.
yeah.
Watching the
I
movie,
mean,
it was like,
that's crazy.
damn, bro.
That's
Like,
crazy. It's two different lines. That's dope.
two different lines, bro. And then
Two
again,
different parts
you
of the
think
film.
that Lex is just flexing his gun, but nah, he just murdered the local hot dog man for no reason,
Insane,
bro.
dude.
That
Insane.
was
Insane.
crazy,
Blew
bro.
that man brains out.
Bro, that,
For
bro,
real,
right,
for real, for no reason.
for no reason
Just
other
that.
than to, bruh, exactly. Like, bro,
Insane.
you like him, you can die for him. Then. Like, bro.
I bet. Oh, that's
And then
what
they
if
ended
we gotta
up
talk
putting
about
bro in the
the
newspaper at the end too, like, right, the real hero of the
yeah,
day. Like,
you
yes,
are
bro, that shit was,
on some
bro.
crazy shit, bro.
That shit was fire, bro. When they had bro at the end of the like when they had it like, bro, he's the one that really saved Metropolis, my boy, or whatever. I was like, oh yeah, bro, hell yeah, justice for our boy, my guy, justice for our boy, cause
Oh, yeah, they gave him love. They gave him love
they
for
gave
sure.
him
They gave
love,
him love.
yeah,
That was crazy. That was crazy as shit, man. And that's what turned Metamorpho. Metamorpho was like,
yep.
all right, we gotta do something now because this ain't it, though.
How
This
did
ain't
you
it. And
feel about
I
uh?
like, yeah, we're going there. We're going there. I really enjoy Metamorpho. The
Okay,
way his character, because he's a very emotional dude. He's big, he's strong, but he's an emotional dude, right? And I really enjoyed how they displayed his powers, right? He
mm,
his powers are elemental, which is why he's called Metamorpho, right?
yeah,
That's why he was able to create kryptonite and an
and
artificial
the
sun,
freaking sun, yeah,
right? Right. So because that's him, he's of the elements. He was like thinking in his head what the
yeah,
combination to
that,
put together was for that,
exactly,
right? So I thought that was pretty cool because he's of the elements. That's his power, right?
yeah.
It's like splitting the four different types of, each part of him is different element looking. And the way they showed his powers while they were going through the entire pocket dimension was
Yes.
pretty fucking cool. It was pretty. He had some pretty cool
Yes.
creative moments too. So I really liked how they did that with him because that again, comic
Comic
booky.
booky as hell, bro. That's comic book, bro. That is a comic book. Introduce a character that you
Yeah,
don't know absolutely shit about, and they just start doing shit. Like they
they
just
start doing
start.
shit, right? You don't know nothing about this man. We don't know anything about him other than that's his kid over there. That's it.
You know what this movie made me think about a lot, bro? Is the is it Uncanny X-Men? It's whatever X-Men that Rogue is running. And when
Yes.
we
Okay.
start the comics, they fight that giant ass dragon.
Yes. Different
For
types of
no
dragons.
for just no reason. It's just
Nothing.
you
You
just
asleep.
literally
You
you just
asleep.
flip the page and then it's just a giant dragon that she
Just
needs help
fucking
with.
dragon man. You
She
asleep. And
doesn't
they're
give
like,
any
all right.
context of what she needs Logan's help with or anything. She's just like, bro, can you help me with this thing? And then he goes and it's a giant fucking dragon. And then they start throwing hands with the dragon. And then all of a sudden, bro, that's how this felt. It was just like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? There's a giant kaiju one page. The next page, you're doing this crazy shit. The next page, Metamorpho has tentacles. It was like, bro, it was
Yeah,
wild, bro.
it was crazy.
It held no punches, bro. Don't get me started when Superman was underground and the ground above was moving, and then my nigga, bro,
Flew up out there. Yeah, yeah,
bro,
yeah.
bro. I didn't know we would ever see something like that, like in live action ever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
so to
and
see,
they
bro,
set
like,
you up. They show you, man. And
like
it kind of
crazy, bro.
it sets the tone for what kind of world we're in. It's fantastical. It's
Yes,
fantastical.
fantastical as
This is
hell.
what we're getting. Okay, this is what we're getting. We didn't like it's and in that regard, it's the complete opposite of the Snyderverse, right?
Yes,
Snyderverse is kind of grounded and more realistic, not
super
really a
grounded.
thing, right?
Yep.
Right? It was more sci-fi than any. But like with
Yes.
this one,
Yeah. It's
we're like
science fantasy.
straight
You know.
fantasy. Yeah, like we're straight into it, right? Like
Yeah.
you said, like the going through the sidewalk underground and then coming up. Like that's all shit you would see in a cartoon or the animated series.
Yes.
This was watching the Justice League animated show. That's what
Yep.
this was like.
For real.
And so that's the kind of world we're in now where this kind of shit can happen. We can get this kind of shit, right?
I need it.
We can get a Mr. Freeze at full power in Gotham
Yes.
somewhere.
And literally
You know what I mean?
freezing shit everywhere. And yeah.
Light the block on ice real quick. Like we can get that shit. You know what I mean? That shit we can get.
Yes, bruh. We really might see Man Bat. You feel me? Like crazy ass Man Bat. Like that. Bro,
Man Bat.
Bro.
We can get that shit here.
Yes.
We can get a fucking bat the size of a man flying around the city, fucking shit up. We can get that in this universe.
I
And
need it.
Makes it fits.
I need it. I'm not gonna lie. I need, like, Clayface is gonna be awesome, bro. Can you imagine how Clayface is about to be in the DCU? Oh, shit. Oh my goodness, bro, it's gonna be crazy seeing that.
We can get all the weird rogues now.
Give it,
and it
bro.
won't be too far out of the realm of belief.
Bro, I agree.
We just saw Superman swim through concrete, bro.
And that shit looked dope too. It didn't even look like
it was dope. It was dope. It was like, I don't know if you're confused a little bit of like, is that Superman doing that?
Literally. And then
okay. All right, that's what we're on. All right,
that's the time. And then he did the cannonball thing, bro. Like where he like you know, and boom, and slammed into him. And bro, like we are not playing any games here, bro. Like we are full blown comic book, bro. Like it is not holding any punches, yo. Shit is awesome. That shit is awesome, bro.
We get that, and then like you when Green Lantern pulls up and he's fighting everybody, he just literally just throws up a wave of fucking constructions, a bunch of middle fingers, it's a wave, more middle fingers. And we get that kind. That's where we are, bro. And he's just walking around,
bro.
Happening too.
Bro, so badass, bro. Oh.
That's where we are,
bro.
Like that's how we're comic booky. We are full-fledged comic book, y'all. Like
yes, bro.
The end of the third act of Shang-Chi. That's where we are with this shit, y'all.
Yes, so true, so true.
That's where we are. The third act of Shang-Chi.
So true.
Everywhere, all these mythical beasts. He's at the door, like bring it in. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where we are with it.
We're in a universe where they offhandedly mention a fifth dimensional imp. This shit is about to be crazy, bro. We're not ready, bro. We're not ready.
They got it.
We're for sure gonna see Gorilla Grodd. We're for sure we're going all of these places. Like, you know, like we might even get a Gorilla City in this bitch. You know what I mean? Like
we already got King Shark. We already got King
Shark. Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? That's true. Yeah.
We're getting this kind of shit. We're getting this.
Damn. Kind of yeah, bro.
Gorilla Grodd is a good one. That's a big one.
Bro, Gorilla Grodd would be awesome, bro. That would be awesome.
Think about it. We can get the entire Rogues Gallery. We can get a Poison Ivy.
Bruh, Poison Ivy would be insane. Poison Ivy would be insane.
Everywhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just,
Yes.
On,
yes, I need that so much. It's insane. Oh, bro.
Out there, man. Like, think about that shit. You know,
Swamp Thing. We already, bro. You know what I mean? Oh,
bro. Nuts.
Bro.
That whole side, the Justice League Dark.
The whole Justice League Dark is gonna get, bro.
Katana and all of them,
bro. You know we're going there. Oh, that's true.
know what I'm saying? So they've already clashed with Superman.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the fucking
Oh,
Creature Commander started.
I just realized this, but we were talking about aliens. Starfire was in Creature Commandos as one of the dead motherfuckers.
Starfire.
So she's in here too, bro. Like we.
This is a listen. Characters like Beast Boy. This is the perfect
Oh my god!
setup for
Don't get
what
me
we can
started,
get
bro.
with him. Come on
Bruh, a
now.
lot.
Come on now.
Because
Think
they did
about
our
that
boy
shit.
Beast Boy dirty in Titans, low key. You know what I mean? They kind of did us dirty with Titans Beast Boy.
Hey, part of,
Yo.
they didn't have the money. They had the money to really make it work.
Exactly. They didn't have the
It
money
could have been
for
better.
him.
It could have been better.
Yeah,
It could have been
yeah,
better. But like, think about it. Think about just the team, just the Titans in general, right? You got
yeah.
Beast Boy. You got everything you can do with Raven. All the crazy shit you can do with Raven.
You could actually go crazy with Raven.
You
Yeah.
can go off the deep end with Raven.
Damn. You could go. Oh my god. Yeah, especially in an era of gods and monsters, there has to be demons. You know what I mean? Like,
we gotta get Qui-Gon, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta get all
yeah.
of that shit. So we can really go crazy with this, right?
Damn.
Gods and monsters. We've already seen the monsters. Superman had a couple of them.
Hey, and they dropped that line in the opening crawl. They said gods and monsters in the Star Wars title crawl. Yeah. Well, I was like, oh shit, what in the world? Like,
they said the thing. They said the thing.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, so that's what we are. We can get all of that crazy shit. Yeah, we can get all of that crazy shit. That's
bruh. I'm hyped, bro. That's all I like. I said it before. The main thing that I have always been excited about is the future of the DCU under James Gunn. Like, I was always hyped for the Superman movie and whatnot and all the other things like the Lantern show, all that. I'm hyped for it, of course. But the thing that I'm literally anticipating is the DCU, bro. Especially, I think James Gunn came out and said that he wrote the lore for the Infinity Stones in like 6 minutes. Like, bruh. Like, imagine what this nigga can do, bro, with the DCU with other shit, bro, that he's really like putting like time and a lot of care into, bro. Like
their own self-contained stories, because with
yep.
DC there really isn't that overarching thing that forces a connection, right? You can tell a story and then bring them together for an like a crisis event. You know what I mean? They don't have to all be under the same one arcing villain, right? They don't have to have that. You can have everybody lead up to a dark side. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. You can have that.
But it doesn't all have to connect to that. Yeah.
We do our own thing up until we get Darkseid. And Darkseid can be at the very end. There's still people under Darkseid we can get to before we even get to Darkseid, right?
Facts.
There's a whole realm of new gods that are working for him that we can get to before.
New gods, Brainiac. We can go hella places, yo. Because Brainiac can either be just a Superman villain or he could be a villain for the entire Justice League. You know what I mean? Like it changes. And I think that's the dopest thing about DC is a lot of their characters are like that. Like the villains can either be one person's villain or they could be working with whatever, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, so there's just so much, bro.
The League of Doom, right?
Yep.
Everybody's villains coming together to make a fucking team.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you got the Sinister Six, but that's only Spider-Man shit, right? Those are all Spider-Man villains coming together.
Very true.
Everybody's villains coming together.
Yeah, that's actually so cool.
Somebody on the entire Justice League, you can match a person. You can match them.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and hopefully we'll get something of that ilk in the Flash film when we get to Flash.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We can start with the rogues and then go from there. So there's a lot of underlings we can get to before we even start talking Darkseid, really.
Since there's already been a movie for like those other Justice League members recently, like Aquaman and the Flash, right? Those movies are recent. Who else would you like to see get a movie that is like Justice League adjacent? Okay, now that would be I agree with that. I agree with that for sure.
We gotta jump into Bloodhaven. We gotta get Dick Grayson doing his thing out there. Need all of that.
Would you want to see like a Green Arrow though? You know, I mean like people that are on the Justice League, like a Green Arrow or a Captain Atom, or you know what I mean?
I would love a Green Arrow movie.
I think that would be
I really
dope,
would.
bro. I think that would
I
be
really
dope.
would. I would love a Green Arrow movie. And it don't even matter how they would do it. They can go origin. They can go right in the middle of it. I don't care how they approach it.
Yeah.
A Green Arrow movie. I'm down for.
I think
Down
Captain
for that.
Adam would be dope as well. Like, I think all of those, like all of the
That's a
characters that we
super
haven't
crazy story
seen
too.
get a story in live action like that. I think that's going to be one of James Gunn's things that he tries to do is like take those other Justice League members that aren't as well known as the big three and the other ones that we know more. I mean, even someone like Hawkgirl and Hawkman, those are not
I was
people
thinking
that
that too.
everyone
That's
knows,
what I was
right?
thinking.
Like those aren't characters that people know like as household names like that. Like, outside of the big three, it's just not that they don't think about anyone else really when it comes to DC. Like if it's not Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, people aren't really thinking about a lot of other characters as far as just the
Right.
general audience. I mean, we already got the Blue Beetle movie as well. They're probably going to do another one for Blue Beetle. I wouldn't be surprised about that. But I don't think we're going to get an Aquaman. I don't think we're going to get an Aquaman soon. I don't think we're going to get a
There's no
Flash
need.
movie soon.
Right, but there's no need. You could probably just throw them in Justice League, and
Yeah,
then after Justice League, give them something. You know what I'm saying?
true.
So like, but yeah, I think Hawkman are those are really good ones because then you can actually start planting those seeds from the 300 years ago with Vandal Savage and all that shit. If you
Oh,
want
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
talk about
very true.
reincarnations, because this is I think it's the Kendra reincarnation, not the Shayar. I think it's Kendra, right?
Yeah, I think it is
So,
Kendra. Yeah.
so you know what I'm saying? So we're already starting with a different version, right? So
True.
that would be something to definitely look into. And like again, there's Hawkman. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that
Yeah.
would be something to explore. She's here. But that means he's around here somewhere too. And then we can even go start on Thanagara. If they're on their planet, give
Oh, yeah.
we could really go all the way back if we really
That's
wanted
so
to.
true. We
Right?
could go.
We could
Hey, I
definitely
didn't
do
even
it
think
all
about
the way.
that. I guess she is an alien too,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Oh
She's
shit.
an alien. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So here we go. Here we go. Realizing shit as we're talking about it, right?
Yeah, like oh
We're not even
shit.
from
Yeah.
here. We're not even from here.
Yo.
Be a whole alien, bro.
Yeah.
A warrior race did that. You know what I mean? Like, come on now.
Damn.
So there's a lot you can do with that for real. You
There
can really
is.
get that far and that deep into it because the way this has been set up in Superman, we're comic booky. We're comic booky. So that
It's not outside of
expansion
the
of
realm of
belief.
possibility. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
everything is there now. You don't have to like live within that confine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because even in Marvel, like they can't go too far.
Literally, I was about to say that. Like,
They can't go
you
too
go back
far.
and watch Iron Man 1, it is not set up the universe that we're in now.
Oh, no, at all.
Like, shit is
We don't even
completely
get
different.
anything. We don't even get anything big really until Avengers, right?
Yeah,
We
exactly.
don't even get anything like big, and then like Thor 2 is when they start talking about, oh, okay, there's other shit out
Yep,
here. Like, we don't
exactly.
even
Very
get
true.
that much out there outside of
Mm.
that. Like, all right, we
Yeah,
get Thor's not from here. Got that. But that
yeah.
doesn't even
But they
give
didn't
us
even
that
go
fully. You
cosmic
know what
with
I'm
it.
saying?
They just said he was from another realm. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
They said he's
Yeah.
from another realm. You know, he got in trouble. Now he's here on Earth. Whatever. But then
Yeah.
into Thor 2, they just start really diving into like, oh, there's a multiverse out here. There's a lot of shit out here, guys.
Uh-huh.
And even then, they kind of do it in a way that's like, oh, well, that's cool. They don't really give the inclination that everything is much bigger than we think it is.
True.
But like with this, we literally are doing that in one fucking movie. We just set all that shit up. When you think about it and you break it down, we just set up a shit ton of shit, not even Earth based.
For real.
Wild, wild,
That's just crazy.
wild. You sit here and break
Yo,
everything down. It's
actually,
crazy.
yeah, when you actually think about it, even Superman said offhandedly, "Oh yeah, she just likes to go to planets with the red sun." So that means he also been there? Yeah, like is he's traveling through space too?
Just out in
Oh,
space, like it's a done
oh
shit.
shit! Like yeah, like damn, bro.
He said that shit like it was regular, like it's just a regular occurrence. Oh, we just planet, no, with the sun. Oh, so He's out here traveling the stars. Okay,
For
sure.
real. Yeah,
Just
that's crazy.
casually drop that. How many planets has she been to? You see? So
Yeah.
now we've created a situation where everything is way bigger than we truly realize. But they said it
Mm,
all in conversation. They didn't show it on screen or anything. It's
hmm.
just all in conversation.
Damn.
That's crazy. So now they can
Bro,
just come
yeah.
back to it.
Yeah, bro, like
And
it's crazy. There was so much legwork done in just conversation. Damn.
just talking.
I literally
We
got to
talk
go back
about
and watch the movie again because now I'm like, oh
that's what
shit,
I'm
wait,
saying.
like,
Now you
wait a
gotta like
minute.
listen, right? We
Yeah.
just talked about God gave us a whole bunch of shit with the Green Lantern tough talk that he gave us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He
Truth.
literally told
Truth.
us what the Lanterns are doing, how
He
they're
said he
out in
talked about
space
the
with each
oath
other.
and stuff that he took and whatnot and
Okay,
how
he
there's
took, you
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He gave us basically all the basics real quick in like a 45-second conversation.
Mm,
He gave us the basics of the Green Lantern and their mission.
damn, that's so
We already
true.
know what the fuck they're doing.
Damn.
He's like, I'm here on Earth, but my guys are out there fighting shit. That's why we do this. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So
like
now we know where
literally.
we're at. Now we know where we're at. Okay. Then they just casually talk about a fifth dimensional imp who just showed up.
We just cannot. I'm not gonna be able to ever get past that fifth dimensional imp thing, bro. Like
That's
that
what I'm
is
saying. Like, what you mean? They
insane.
out there fighting. They're fighting the shit out of this thing. And they were fighting
Yeah,
this like this motherfucker wasn't an easy task.
yeah,
They were fighting the hell out of him.
for real.
And finally, guy wheels him off. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's like they're fighting this dude the entire conversation between Clark and Lois.
Yeah.
The whole conversation, he's back there. They're going crazy on this thing. I'm like, damn, really fighting this shit out. I was cracking up, dude. I was
I
in
was
tears.
rolling too because I was like, bro,
I was in tears.
they are fighting the shit out that
Bro,
thing,
he's
bro.
trying to breathe. He's trying to pour positivity into him and shit and encourage him and shit. And they back there fighting for their lives. He just
That shit
inside. He
was.
just flew back. He just flew into the window. I was like, this fight is just happening just right here. Lois was just in the apartment. I'm like,
That's the
is
thing
you or
that
not
shook
seeing that
me, bro,
apartment shit?
because it was like no one cared almost. Like people were
Right.
not
He's just
like
there.
there was
He's
no
just like, hey,
evacuation notice. Like, bro, it's like, nah, bro,
hey,
it's just a fifth
what's the
dimensional imp.
panic,
We got
bro?
this, bro. Like, don't
She was
worry.
sitting down at first. Then she stood up, walked to the window. I'm like, oh, now she sees that shit there? No, it's because Superman was coming to see her. She don't give a shit about what's going on in the air up there. I'm like, bro,
That's
what?
what is going on in this universe, bro? What do these niggas go
Bonkers,
through
bro.
usually for this not to
It
be
is
a big
bonkers,
deal?
dog. What is happening? What stresses people out? If this ain't it, obviously. This is bonkers, bro. She's just chilling.
Yo, that shit bonkers is the best way to say it, bro. That shit was bonkers, bro. I was like, oh,
What is
okay,
on?
this is a crazy ass universe, bro. Like
Yeah, this shit is
these
happening.
niggas aren't
They're saying
surprised by alien attacks, bro. They just they like execute 71-2. We got a
so
fifth
crazy,
dimensional
dude.
imp coming. Be ready to evacuate if need be. You know. Like what
I
the
was just like,
shit?
bro, she's literally just sitting in the living room, just hanging out.
Just chilling in the living room watching Love Island while a fifth dimensional imp is in the background.
It's happening in the background. The whole battle happening right here. Like the Justice
Yo,
Gang was called to fight this, and they're just
yo, that
whatever.
was crazy.
The whole conversation and
Ah,
shit. Like it's wild, man.
holy shit, that's comedy. At this point, I think we really have talked about the whole movie for real, for real. Like we
Yeah, we
really
really
have.
have.
We went through that motherfucker. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Oh, the one thing we haven't talked about is Mom and Pa Kent. That's the one thing we haven't got to talk about yet. I really liked them, bro. I really liked them. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I did. I was rolling when Ma Kent was talking into the phone, and she had it on speaker
Yeah,
on the table,
yeah, the
and
speaker
she was
just like
talking,
this, this, this.
bruh. Literally, that's my like, bruh. You know what I mean? Like I was like, bro, that's my granny, bro. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like that's so. Like it just made me think about, you know, how the older people don't really understand the like the newer technology like that for real, and that's really be how it
Right,
is.
right.
Like
That was
hello,
funny.
you hear me? Like I was like, oh yeah,
They
that's
had, they had some good
it's
moments.
so
They had some good
wholesome.
moments, especially. especially when basically after the video leaks and
Mm.
Christian
Yeah,
Bale is at
yeah,
home
yeah.
and his dad kind of speaks life and encouragement into him, kind of tells him,
Hmm.
hey man, it don't matter what that message say. What matters is what you do about it.
Yeah.
Like, what? Bet. Then Mr. Terrific pulls up like, hey man, we got problems. And I was like, and I washed your boots.
I love that, bro. And I
Washed
love
your
the
boots.
moment. I love the
You
scene
get 'em.
before that when Lois brings him there, and then they're like putting him into his bed, and then she's standing there and looking at it and just seeing how much of
Clicks
a
for her.
normal, how normal this is. Honestly, like
Yeah,
he is really just a normal farm boy type of vibe. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
it clicks for her.
yeah,
It clicks. That
yeah,
was missing. That's what was missing.
yeah.
And kind of what I guess I like even in the relationship, like that part of it
Ooh,
where she
ooh,
wasn't
okay.
understanding, just how he was trying to just
How
live his
human
life
he
basically.
really is.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
and it clicked for her in that moment. You kind of see it in her face. She's like, "Oh, I get it now. He's just one of us. But he has this huge responsibility like on his shoulders, and he didn't ask for this. He just wants to be loved like everyone else. He has parents that care for him. And the first thing he said, he was still trying to check on somebody else, right? So it kind of in that moment, she kind of understood it all. She's like, "Oh, okay, I get it." And that was like the turning point for her in relation to him. So it was
yeah.
cool to see. It was cool to see that just a little family bonding moment and the
Hmm.
realization that, you know, damn, like this is really how it is for him.
Yeah, facts, facts, man. Beautiful, beautiful story, man. It was a beautiful story. It was crazy. I will stand by that. I think it's crazy how this movie, truthfully, was doing something different from a lot of other
Mhm.
movies. Even just with being like inspirational and like filled with hope. You know what I mean? Because it was filled to the
Right.
brim with hope, like filled to
It
the
was.
brim with hope, and we haven't really seen that in like a long time, or even a movie that
Mhm.
is just promoting something like that. Like I think the Thunderbolts did a good job of having like that type of message or theme within it or whatever,
Mhm.
of like, not necessarily hope, but that whole love conquers all, that friendship, the power of
Yeah.
friendship and all that. But that's a
Yeah.
very typical message, I guess, that is spread and stuff. I really can't think of a movie that spread hope and inspiration like this one like this one
Yeah, like
did,
the
like
entire way through.
like the entire way through.
The
You know what I
entire
mean? It's
way
like,
through.
bruh, like I'm just a dude out here trying to do the best I can. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that is a that is a generational message, not just as like a man, but
Yeah.
also just as a human being living your day-to-day life. Like, bro, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
do what the hell I can. And
It's
yeah,
like
I
what he
like
said.
that.
What he said. Yeah, I put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, literally,
yeah,
literally. That's my greatest strength is being
yeah.
human.
Yeah, it's being human. I love, I
Yeah,
feel,
man.
bro, like,
That's that.
yeah.
I get up every day. I just put one foot in front of the other. It's like, you know what? Lex did not have a comeback for that.
And it's like, because honestly, Lex doesn't understand that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he doesn't get that.
You
He doesn't
don't
get that.
understand that being rich as
He's
hell,
less
my
human
guy,
than the
but,
alien. Yeah, he's
yeah.
less human than the alien, which was
Which
the
is a
dynamic they
beautiful,
played
like,
on.
bro, beautiful dynamic to be put on the screen,
Yeah,
yo. For an alien to be portraying what human kindness is. I mean, come on, bro.
right.
Like, that message doesn't get any fucking clearer. I don't think. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Bro. And I think that was very. I think it was powerful, bro. I think it was done well, and I think it was also done tastefully. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I don't think it
yeah,
was done in a bad way. I don't think it was like even though it was in your face, I don't think it was like in your face like be good, be good, be good. I don't think it was like that, It was just like,
yeah.
"Hey man, when all the odds are against you, you're still you. Still be you though. You know what I mean? Still be who you are when all the odds are against you." I fuck with that, bro. I fuck with that
Yeah.
message, bro.
Yeah, like I said, it was beautiful. It was powerful. It doesn't get
Yeah,
any deeper than that, man. So and the way they
bro.
displayed it on screen, kind of Lex was more mad that he basically lost than anything. But Supes gave him that speech and Lex didn't have anything to say because it was true.
Yeah, for real. And then Crypto dog walked his ass.
Crypto, man, he was still whooping his ass. Lex was holding his arm, bro. Lex's arm was just completely jacked up, bro.
He low
Lex's
keyed
arm was
that nigga,
holding.
bro. Man, literally came through like the Incredible Hulk and low keyed that boy, bro. Just wow, 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 wow. Like I was like, oh, I was like,
They
oh
did.
shit.
Puny God, the puny Lex them.
Yeah,
Really
Beauty
did.
Lex,
Really
literally.
did. Really did.
Oh
That was a
shit,
monster.
that's
That was a menace, man.
that was
Really,
awesome. But yeah, bro, W. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
really.
All right, well, we talked about everything there. Before we wrap it up, our guy DJ put together the some Superman comics. Also putting some stuff from BZ that BZ had mentioned as well. So we're just gonna kind of talk about that stuff, cover it, give y'all some reading. To read. You feel me? So we're gonna start off here with All Star Superman. This is coming from DC Comics. It ran from 2005 to 2008. Witness the Man of Steel in exciting new adventures featuring Lex Luthor, Jimmy Olsen, Lois Lane, Bizarro, and more. The Man of Steel goes toe to toe with Bizarro, his oddball twin, and the new character Zabaro, also from the Bizarro planet. And Superman faces the final revenge of Lex Luthor in the form of his own death. Writer Grant
Yeah.
Morrison teams up with artist Frank Quietly on this spectacular reimagining of the Superman mythos. The Man of Steel's origin to his greatest foes and beyond. The Eisner Award-winning 12-issue series from Grant Morrison and Frank Quietly is now available in absolute format. The Man of Steel battles Bizarro, Zabaro, and more before facing the final revenge of Lex Luthor. Also includes a bonus sketchbook section and more.
Now, this was one of James Gunn's favorite stories.
Mm,
And as you kind of read along the battle with Bizarro, this was some influences in the movie itself.
okay.
In this comic, Superman is dying. So he's trying to do a lot of things
Oh.
before he dies. Right? It's called the 12 Labors of Superman. So it's like
Oh,
handling a bunch
shit.
of tasks that benefit
Humanity, for lack of better words? Or?
humanity, basically. Yeah, yeah, humanity. So, and then trying to do all of this stuff before he dies, which is pretty cool.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so like he does like all these things. He like even gives like gives Lois the powers of Superman for a day. So for 24 hours, she's Superwoman, and they get to fight, take down stuff together. And at the
What?
end, yeah, man, at the end, he basically flies off into the sun because Lex did some crazy stuff that caused the
Uh.
sun to basically decay. So he basically flies into the sun and becomes the sun itself. Basically, he heals the sun and he powers the sun from forever. But he left them with the recipe to make another Superman. That's kind of how that one went. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a pretty cool
What
book, man.
the
It has
shit?
12 issues because it's 12 labors of Superman.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check that out.
Each book is another like thing he did that would benefit humanity and Kryptonians.
Now, that
And
sounds
it's a cool book.
crazy.
And it's like Morrison. Grant Morrison's pretty much noted when it comes to
Yeah.
books. You know, yeah, that's a dope. It was a dope. It's a really good read. 12 issues, not too long.
Mm.
And he's trying to basically take care of everyone before he dies.
Wow. That's freaking beautiful, bro. That's awesome.
Wow, man.
I'm definitely going to have to check that out because it sounds insane. What? The 12
Yeah, it's
Labors of
wild, man.
Superman
It's
sounds
wild.
awesome,
It's a
for real.
sad story. Man, doing super shit before he dies.
Mm.
It's Lex's fault. He's dying.
Of course
Of
it
course.
is.
He like overcharged his cells with radiation, so he's dying like radiation exposure. And
Oh,
it was a
damn.
great plan. Like Lex's plan worked,
That's crazy.
but but he left the recipe for another Superman. So in your face, Lex.
That's wild. That's wild as hell. I'm not gonna lie. That's wild as hell.
Yeah,
The Superman comics really be on some out outlandish shit, bro. Like for real, like that sentence you just said is insane. Left a recipe for another Superman, nigga. We are on a whole nother realm, right? We are on a whole nother realm right now, like bro. That's crazy. Next up we have Action Comics number 1088. This is from DC Comics, of course, being released July 9th of this year. Back to school. A lot can change in the summer, especially for Clark Kent, aka Superboy. After a disastrous debut in Metropolis, the Kents are worried that the world is not ready for their son and will do whatever it takes to protect him. Little do they know, they're about to send him to one of the most terrifying places on the planet, Smallville High. Okay. That's
It's
interesting.
been a fun read. It's been a fun reader, but they've gone back into young Clark, right?
Yeah, I was about to
Um,
say I haven't really read it. I don't know a lot of stories featuring young Clark being
there aren't that many.
Superboy
There aren't
already.
that many.
Yeah, you
So
know.
yeah, there's a few, but there aren't that many. So this is like basically his life, coming into his own powers and growing up at the same time and dealing with all of that. So it's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun read.
Interesting. That's wild. I guess that's a place that they can go with it for sure. They do that with Spider-Man all the time. They're always, they're playing with, whether he's in high school or whether he's in college or in a full-blown adult out of college and school and just working to
Yep.
live or whatever. So that is an interesting place that they can definitely explore with Superman as well. And I mean, why not? Because let's be honest, those younger versions of Spider-Man did get him pretty popular with like general audiences, Like a lot of the general audience is introduced to Spider-Man like in high school because a lot of the stuff that was going on. But it's like for most people, well not most people, but for like comics and stuff, it's like nah, they're not introduced to him there like bro's an adult, you know what I mean? So, definitely interesting.
That's true.
Have you read this already? Have you read Action Comics number 1088?
Not this latest issue. No, no, no. I
Oh,
haven't
okay.
read that issue. I read the issue before. I
Oh,
haven't read
okay.
this one, the latest one. So I'll probably do that tonight.
Cool. Next up is Absolute Superman number 9. Yo, I have yet to get into Absolute Superman. This also released July 9th. The Omega Men in pursuit. The mysterious Omega Men have chased the Superman around the world, determined to plead their case. Only with his help and by unleashing the full scope of his terrifying power can they put an end to the Lazarus Corporation. With an anger burning in his heart, Cal is starting to listen. Oh
Mhm.
shit, bro! I gotta
Yeah, we
read
keep
this.
talking
I'm
about
reading issue
absolute
one
love.
tonight, bro. I'm definitely about to read all the
We
issue
gotta
ones
read it. We
tonight, bro.
gotta read it. Like it's all gas and no brakes.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely about to read it, bro. Cause what?
Yeah, it's crazy. And even his suit is dope, man. Like look at that.
Yeah, that shit is wild.
It's cool. It's cool, man. He has like a little AI in his ear too.
What?
Yeah, man, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm slipping, and it's only 9 issues in. Let me jump in before
Man, I'm
I get
telling you,
too far
you
behind.
gotta jump in on the absolute line. If you don't read
Are
any
all
of
the
this,
absolutes 9 in? Like, are they all 9 issues in? Oh,
yep,
okay, okay. Yeah, for
yep, they're
sure.
all
I'm diving in.
around 9, 8 or 9.
Oh yeah, this shit
Wonder
looks
Woman,
gas too. What the
Wonder
hell?
Woman was the first one. Yeah, Wonder Woman was the first one to drop. So it's Wonder Woman, then Superman.
Oh,
I
and then
think Flash
bats.
is the most the youngest, I guess, of all of them so far. There's Wonder Woman. There's
Oh.
there's Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, and
Batman,
Martian
right?
Manhunter, and Batman. Yeah, Batman. Batman should be
Okay,
around
okay,
9 as well.
okay. I'm definitely about to check them out because, bro, these look really good.
Yeah, just the art alone on these,
Yeah, this art is fucking crazy.
the art alone are wild. And that one's Superman, like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. She's all the way they did her origin is just crazy. She's almost like the last of the Amazons, and they locked her up in the underworld
Oh.
with Cersei. Cersei basically raised her.
Oh, shit. Oh, bro, I
Very,
know it's up with her, bro. I
yeah,
know. I know she's on demon
Yeah,
time, bruh. I know she
yeah,
is.
he's a bad
Is that why
bastard,
she's
bro.
like riding the fucking hell dog or whatever on the cover? Because she. Oh,
Yep,
that's
yep,
wild, bro.
yep.
That's wild. I'm definitely tuning in with that. I'm locked tonight, bro. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
That's the rest of my night right there. There, I'm about to
yeah,
roll
man.
one and drop three of
CAG
these.
actually looks crazy. This actually
Yo,
looks crazy.
yeah, I'm tuning in for sure. Next up is Supergirl #3, also dropped on July 9th. Uh, the team up you never saw coming, Kara and the daughter of Lex Luthor, Lena, have come together to battle a common enemy posing as Midvale's very own Supergirl. Will Lena's brains and Kara's brawn be a match for the superpowered super genius from Kandor? It's Supergirl versus Supergirl in a fight for the ages. Plus, the debut of Satan or Satan.
That's a good question.
Yo.
Like Lena
Why
has
she look
getting a
like
lot of
Power
love.
Girl? What the hell?
Yeah, that's a variant cover. That is a Power Girl. But
Oh,
Lena
I was like,
getting a lot of love
yo.
this run too. She came back. Luthor had sent her away. Texas sent her away to so he can keep doing his shit or whatever. But like, she came back because an enemy that Lex had locked away for like a long time had broke out and basically threatened everything, and he ended up um getting all of Lex's enemies together to team up on him. So Lex and Superman ended up having to literally work together, and they changed Lex Corp to Supercorp, where Superman was basically the CEO while Lex was locked away in prison. Yeah, man,
What?
Lex was in prison, but yeah, so Lex was guiding Superman on what to do via Superman super hearing. So he's finding out about all of this stuff.
Oh.
Uh, finding about
Wasn't
all
that
this
in
stuff.
Superman and Lois? Didn't they have something like that in there when he was like talking to
Yep,
Superman?
yep.
Because he was just sitting there talking
Yep.
low, but yeah, that's badass,
See,
bro.
yeah, Superman can hear him.
Badass.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. So
badass.
it's a lot of that. So this, Lena kind of goes off and doing her own thing here with Kara, where we get this story.
Mm, that's
Yeah, good stuff.
crazy.
I need to catch up. There's only 3 issues in, but Lena has been becoming a lot more prevalent in the comics now.
Mm, interesting. I wonder if she's about to enter the fray in somewhere else, because I don't think we've seen Lex Luthor have a daughter anywhere else at all.
Not in the
Like
comics.
outside of the comics, right? Like
Yeah, I don't think they really explored anywhere else. They talk about his sister and his mom everywhere else, but
yeah, they talk
not his
about his
daughter.
sister. His sister has a pretty big
Yeah, in
role in Supergirl.
the show. Yep,
Yeah, the show.
yep. But yeah,
Okay.
even his mom. But they don't,
Yeah.
they don't haven't touched his daughter yet.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I wonder how she's gonna enter into it.
That's a good thing to mention when books like this start doing that
Yeah.
ahead of time. When we start getting characters that start showing up a lot more in comics media,
Mm-hmm.
there's a good chance that you might see them elsewhere, with the animated or on the big screen, or something to keep
True.
an eye on.
Very true. Next on the list is Superman Birthright. This came out 2003 to 2004. The Man of Tomorrow redefined today. Superstar writer Mark Waid, The Flash Kingdom Come reinvents Superman's origins for the 21st century in this 12-issue miniseries. Follow Clark Kent as he travels and defends his adopted world, forms relationships with future adversaries, and learns to balance his life as mild-mannered reporter and Superman. Rediscover the story of Clark Kent, a farm boy from Kansas who's writing his own destiny as the world's greatest superhero. How do you manage expectations of yourself when you're as powerful as the Man of Steel? Follow Clark as he travels the world, learning what it means to be a hero. He'll navigate his life at the Daily Planet, meeting lifelong friends, and form early bonds with his greatest adversary. Clark will discover his home world of Krypton and learn to balance his heritage with his adopted family in Smallville.
So
Ooh.
this book, right? I mentioned a little bit about it with Lex making the fake Kryptonian invasion, right?
Uh-huh.
So this book, like it said, it basically became the canon origin for Superman. So John Byrne, creator,
Oh.
had an origin already, right? But in what they wanted to do with this one, this they wanted to reinvent it and make it more modern, and make him more relatable. Because John
Mm.
Byrne basically had Superman as a god. What they wanted here was to make him infallible, right? They wanted to make him have problems, have issues. Like you said in the movie,
Yeah.
I mess up, stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's what they wanted from this. And it wasn't supposed to be canon, but eventually they made this one canon. So this is the
Oh.
recognized origin of Superman. And this one's kind of a beautiful tragedy in a way. I think it's Earth, right? Where yeah, because they go back to Krypton about how his parents sent them off. But what happens in this one is they sent him through a wormhole. So in the
Okay.
wormhole, they can see on the other side of it, but it's time displaced. That's how it starts. So at
Mm.
the end, after Superman, defeats Lex, and they find out in this one that Lex actually is from Smallville and was a childhood friend of Clark. I've seen that on TV before,
Okay, yeah.
right?
Smallville,
Yeah,
literally.
yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep, yep. So that's part of this story. That's where that came from here. So by
Oh.
the end of this story, we find out that Lex actually had created a wormhole himself, and that's what killed his dad, and that's how Lex lost his hair. This
Oh
wormhole
shit.
he actually had sent drones through and had actually made contact with Krypton before it exploded. So Superman
What?
is looking at the Lex's computer at Krypton, and he sees his parents. His parents see him. Now, I told you it's time displaced.
Yeah, the time displaced because of the wormhole and all that. I got you.
Exactly. So the parents are seeing Superman as he is now. He's seeing them and he's telling them, I made it safely. And they smile, they hug,
Whoa.
Krypton blows up.
Whoa.
That's how it's a beautiful tragedy, right? Beautiful tragedy.
Yeah, that's
Like, oh
insane. Oh
wow.
my god.
Yeah, yeah. It's these are some really like powerful Superman stories. That,
Huh.
and these are what Gunn pulled from for the Superman film too. So
Damn.
Superman Birthright, All Star Superman. There's a couple more. I think you got on the list that Gunn pulled from elements from to
Wow.
use for what we got in the Superman film. So like that one is crazy. That one was probably that one was insane. That again redefined his origin and kind of put him on the path of well, Superman isn't perfect either, right?
Yeah,
He makes
yeah.
mistakes, he makes bad judgment calls, he messes up. He might accidentally get somebody in a situation, stuff like that. That's what they did with this. And it's Mark Waid, who actually all the Superman comic writers have an Easter egg in the film. It's like the
Oh.
street name, all the street names, they're named after artists and writers. The names,
Oh.
you said Frank Quietly. There's a shop in the movie called Quietly's.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the shop is named Quietly, and it's blue. It's blue and red too. Next time you see the
Wow.
movie, be on the lookout for that. Right, it's a shop on the street called Quietly. It's
Yeah.
blue, and the words are red. And it kind of has like a little font, little Superman font going with it. But Frank Quietly, Mark Waid, Dan Jurgens, Grant Morrison, they all have
Mm.
street names or something like that in this film, and Gunn did that on purpose
Yeah, I
because
mean
of
Gunn loves comics and comic book.
everybody involved with
Yeah.
Superman
Is
has
gonna get
something in
love
this movie.
somehow. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
dope.
yeah. So it's cool. It's cool to kind of watch street signs and shit. And that's always something you should watch for when you're watching movies. If there's a street and they got street signs, read them. If they got businesses in the background, read them. Because those are probably the names of
Mm.
writers and artists that have something significant within that character. A lot of directors like to do that because it's a real easy way to do it, and fans can see it. They don't have to kind of piece it together with some of the
Yeah.
more mentions, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hmm. That's interesting, yo. That's pretty dope. That's
oh,
dope as hell. Next up is Superman Treasury 2025 Hero for All #1, released on July 9th. All stars Dan Jurgens, who you were just talking about, and Bruno Redondo. Take the Man of Steel to new heights. Legends collide as the Man of Steel goes supersized for the summer of Superman. In this all-new Treasury edition, quintessential Superman writer Dan Jurgens pairs with the modern master of sequential art, Bruno Redondo, to craft a larger than life story of power, tragedy, action, and above all, hope. When a vicious armada of extraterrestrial extremists launches an all out invasion of planet Earth, only Superman can stand in the way of total annihilation. But there's something different about this attack. It's deadly from both without and within. It's a tale so titanic we had to tell it at a treasury size to celebrate the summer of Superman in style, featuring images and info from the brand new Superman movie, plus a special photo variant cover.
Wow. That means it's a big ass book.
Yeah, damn.
They say treasury size. That means it's a lot of pages, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
I need
get
to get
that.
that one. I will just drop.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to go get that.
I'll have to get that. Hero for All. What a W title,
Yeah,
man.
that's fire. That's fire. I could not lie. That's fire.
Yo, that is amazing.
Fire, man.
Yeah, they really
That's
be
fire.
cooking with these comics, bro. Like they be absolutely cooking. It's crazy.
Yeah, but it's the rollout for the Superman movie, so it'll make sense that they're
Yeah,
doing, something
that's
that
true.
big. Yeah, heck yeah. But all the Superman artists. Yeah, that's
With the
fire.
Superman variant too, like what?
That's dope. That's dope. Okay. Okay. Y'all cook with that.
The summer of Superman, bruh. Oh my
It's real, man.
goodness.
It's real out here.
Oh my goodness. I'm
Real fans
excited.
of eating.
Yeah, it's crazy. Next up, we got
That's fire.
Superman Unlimited. I think this is the final one we got here. Yeah. Superman Unlimited #3. This is going to be releasing this week, I believe, July 16th, when the towering terror of Toyman once again terrorizes the streets of Metropolis. Superman and Krypto are on hand to save the day. But in this new world of kryptonite, even the murdering machinations, yeah, the murdering machinations of Toyman are supercharged with Superman's Achilles heel. It's a twisted turn of events as the Man of Steel uncovers a game-changing new use for his deadly substance, and it has the capacity to save the world. Plus, Jimmy Olsen moves to Gotham. Careful,
Oh,
Jimmy.
oh.
Tina of Gorilla City tries to fix Steve Lombard's laptop. Careful, Tina. And Intergang floods the streets. All in the latest installment of the Emerald Epic you'll have to read to believe. Wow.
That's crazy. That's a lot happening.
Yeah, that's hella happening.
That's a lot happening. You got Intergang pulling up, Jimmy going to Gotham, Tina to Gorilla City. What?
That's wild, bruh.
Oh man, I gotta
And I love.
that one's
I also love that they're
that's good.
bringing crypto back to the table with all of these
Yeah,
comics as
Crypto got a
well.
lot
Like
of those too.
that's
He got
hella
his own
dope,
book
man.
now.
Oh, really?
Crypto got his own book now. Yeah, yeah, he got his own solo series. So
Oh, that's
which
lit.
they dropped it for ahead of the movie. So it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. They making their money. They're gonna get
Damn.
this
Oh, they
Superman
making their
movie. I'm
money.
getting
It's hella
money.
credit. Yo, welcome to
Go
the
get the
Super Fam,
Superman movie.
Carlos. Appreciate you for the sub, bro. But
Shout
yeah,
out Carlos.
that's true though. They definitely gonna do what they can to get their bread.
With it. I feel
But
it.
that is all of the comics that we have for the Summer of Superman coming around here. So make sure you guys go pick up some comics, check them out. Let us know how you feel about them. What's your thoughts? What's your theories? We definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in on this episode. For real, for real. Beezy, I appreciate you for tuning in today as well, my guy. It's been a
Yes,
dope
sir.
episode. What's your final thoughts, my guy, before we jump up out of here?
Man, we got a banger in the Superman movie, man. I absolutely enjoyed this thing. It was the most comic book movie we have gotten to date. There's a
Facts.
lot. We just broke down a lot of stuff you can look for, man. So it's a lot of fun. Enjoyed it. It was fun talking about it. It was fun talking about it, man.
For real. I agree, bro. I agree. It's definitely been a vibe. I really do. I like this movie a lot. I damn near love this movie. I think I can say that. I think I do love this movie, especially because of what it does for the comic book genre of comic book movies. Like just for that
Yes.
alone, and the leaps and bounds that it takes with actually making comic booky things comic booky, compared to something
Mhm.
like compared to literally anything else that's come before it. It's like, damn, bro, Marvel is just now starting to step into that realm of being more comic booky
Yeah.
finally, especially with something like Deadpool and Wolverine, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man No Way Home. All of those were very comic booky in their own rights, but they still grounded themselves in that realism that the MCU does. But this movie, no, it doesn't do that. There was not an abundant, like, even though there was so many characters, there was not an abundance of characters. Rick Flag had like 3 scenes, you know what I mean? Like we thought
Yeah.
so much more was going to be happening, and even though there was so much stuff going on, it was not nearly as convoluted as I think we thought it was going to be going into it. That's just beautiful. Like I can't wait to watch this movie again. I hope you guys have seen it, and I hope you guys are gonna check it out again in theaters. It's already doing pretty solid in the box office. It's had a great opening weekend. I think it's broke DC records with this opening weekend so far.
So yeah.
So I am really excited to see how this movie continues to do, how it continues to basically get to the general audience, how they feel about it. My mom was just talking to me recently. She was like, "Yo, I want to go see that new Superman movie." So, the general, if my mom is asking that, then I know that the general audiences are for surely starting to, get wind to things, right? So I'm definitely going to be checking it out again this week as well. So let me know again. Let us know how you guys feel about it in the comment section down below. I don't think we have any watch parties that are about to be dropping or anything like that for a little while. I don't think we have
That
any
might be
big
good.
shows like that until maybe August. I think August is Peacemaker. I might be wrong about that, but I think
Peacemaker,
next
yeah.
yeah, so that's really the next big watch party that we'll be doing. But we're still going to be here doing stuff on the channel all the time. You already know. So make sure you guys like the video if you like the video, because it definitely helps out tremendously around here. You can follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to save the day with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking as. And of course, you can tap in with my guy Mike Beasy on all platforms at Music City Soul. Stay up to date with everything he's getting jiggy with, if you know what I'm saying. So, and shout out to TikTok. Anybody that was over there on the TikTok chilling with us, yapping or talking
Yeah,
or with
TikTok, much
anything.
love.
Shout out to everybody. And yeah, we're gonna be talking more about Superman, yo. Like Superman is gonna be the topic of conversation for at least the rest of July until Fantastic Four comes out. So, until then, stay super. You feel me? But yep, we'll see you guys on the next one. So stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan.
Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties.
We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.
Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update,
And on today's pop culture news update,
on today's pop culture news update,